Good evening, everybody. This is Encounters, the Ashtar Command special night, Saturday night. And we'll be talking about all things Ashtar Command or Ashtar Galactic Command tonight. It's a Saturday night at about 10:59, almost 11. And we're with you tonight, and we're hoping we're going to have a great time here talking about the Ashtar Command, the mission work, and answering your questions regarding everything Ashtar Command. Daniel Starr, welcome. Vicky, welcome to the show here on Saturday evening. Red Jen, welcome. Good to have you with us. Everybody coming in here. And Mark Jackson, everyone here, Diane Stadler, RN1933. All the good folks. Israel, welcome to the show, Israel. And I try to acknowledge people. User 808. Benny Luker, welcome to the show. Prince of Peace, I like that. Red Jen, good to see you. Catherine Johnson, Youssef, La 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 777. Earth Girl, good to have you with us, Earth Girl. Mellow Chaotic, that's an interesting name. ST33ZY, Cool Soul D1. Deer Rain. My gosh. Hey, Trisha North Star. Good to see you, Trisha. Hey, good to have you with us. Everybody coming in. Joy Moreno. Tata. Hey, D. Welcome to the show. James. Everybody out there, wherever you are. MW. Everybody around the world. Welcome to the show. Tonight's going to be Ashtar Command Night, as always. So we're going to be putting together. I'm going to get the dates together. By next week we will have a date. We're going to have an August Ashtar Command gathering in Connecticut. So we're going to be doing an Ashtar Command CE5 gathering on the beach on the Long Island Sound. I'll have the dates for everybody who watch my show, and that's going to be the first one we've had in a long time right on the water. Wendy, good to see you and everybody here. You're watching Encounters, the Ashtar Command special, every Saturday night here on Encounters. So it's good to have everybody with us wherever you are. Wendy, welcome. All of you out there, good to have you with us here on tonight's show. If you're new to this show, great. You're coming into the show on a Saturday night. This is our special night for Encounters, our Ashtar Command gathering. And one of the things I want people to know is we are in a place where many things are happening, and the energies are just going crazy on the planet right now. The energies are like all over the place. But on the cosmic level, the energies are different, you see. The Earth-based energies are going like all crazy. But on the cosmic levels, when you tune into the cosmic levels, the energies are very much more stable and much more in a very balanced high frequency. So if you're feeling all kinds of weird stuff going on around the world in terms of your energy levels, there's a lot of energy transitions going on the planet, a lot of switches going around. It's just, I know people are being affected because I've talked to people, and they are, you know. Good to have you all with us. Blaze, welcome to the show. Barbara Cobb, everybody, Mycos, GRMA, welcome Mycos. Rob, the something, Phyllis Spangle, everyone coming in here. And it's really important to realize as the Ashtar Command is more present in the Earth society now, and we want to say, I don't know everyone's God blessing America. I think we have to get out of this God bless this country and God bless that country. You know, as space beings, we don't talk about countries, and that's all separation stuff. We're talking about the Earth. We talk about the galactic universe. We talk about the beauty of the intergalactic connections we have with our brothers and sisters in space. When they look at our planet, they don't look at it as a country. They look at the planet as a planet which is called Earth. So if we're going to start getting into this America thing, I'm going to have to mute some people here, because this show is not about that. We're not about countries. And if you don't get it, you know, then listen up. We're not about countries here on this show. This is a talk show that we deal with spiritual areas. And tonight it's our Ashtar Command night. It's not about, you know, England, America, you know, New Zealand. People got to get out of that 3D head. That's all 3D stuff. You know, if you wrap around yourself in that 3D stuff, you're never going to get yourself into a cosmic state of enlightenment. because then you're stuck in the 3D no matter what country you're in. Oh, this is my country, that's my country, this is my country. No, you're on the planet Earth. The planet Earth has no country. It has citizens and people living on the planet from all over the planet. It has life forms. It has marine life. It has trees, mountains, seas. You know? People have to get out of that stuff, man. That's just the 3D thing. Tonight's all about galactic understanding. You know? It's not about wrapping yourself around some flag in a country or something. You know, if you're going to do that, then you need to rethink about who you are. Are you a light worker? Are you really truly a light worker? Do you really want to expand consciousness? You know, that's my deal. I'm here to bust the matrix, and that matrix has to be busted. You know, I don't care what country the person's in. If you're going to wrap yourself around your country's flag or whatever, then you're still in the matrix. You know, there's many changes coming to this planet, and there's going to be contact coming to this planet. There's going to be interactions coming to this planet. And people need to just wake up out of that stuff. You know, really. Nope, I haven't done that, Amy, because I'm not really too interested in Skinwalker Ranch. I'm really interested in educating people about the forces of light tonight, and interested in teaching people about the Ashtar Command and the Christ and beings of light, which are far more important than what's ever going on in Skinwalker Ranch. I pretty much stay away from the Hey Zayna. That to me is unimportant. That's one of those TV programs that I don't care about. It's not going to help people ascend or get into a higher state of consciousness. Yeah, that stuff I kind of stay away from. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Hey, Tara, good to see you as well. And everyone from Alabama, good to see you as well. And at some point this evening, we'll see what happens. Excuse me. Hey, April Rose, good to see you. You know, we'll be taking questions about the Ashtar Command. Paul 345, good to see you as well. Hey, Lainey, good to see you as well. Hey, Sonja, thank you, good to see you. I know I got to set my goals here for the Ashtar Command night. Hey, cultural commentator, good to see you as well. Everybody coming in here. Sassy Little Mama, good to see you. Yvonne Hicks. April's on live now. I've been trying to message her. I was on her live trying to send her a message. She's been outside showing some of the ships. I've been trying to get her to get over here for the broadcast. She is live. So we'll see if she comes in or not. I know she's outside of her home looking at the ships and stuff. So we'll see what happens. Anna, good to have you with us. Hey, One Toyota, good to see you as well. Yeah, Pino, I missed your comment for some reason. That happens on here. I wonder what's going on. So give me your comment again because I missed it. Rogue888, welcome to the show. Sherry Harland, I see John Campbell. Alito, welcome to the show. Alito Photograph. Ghost, good to see you, Ghost. Bren Z, AAC, good to see you. Good to see everybody coming in here. Kenny G. Gingerbread, good to have you with us as well. And if you just come in here, you've not missed anything. This is Ashtar Command Night. So we're glad to have you all with us. Coffee before something, Augustina. I asked you 2 times, did you miss my comment? Also, I am being a lagged for some reason. Oh, I did. One day I saw your comment just now. Lavola, good to see you. And it's something with TikTok. You know, I don't know if it's filtering comments or whatever. But then when people say, did you see the comment? I do see it. Then when you ask me something specific, I don't see it. So I don't know what's going on. Hey, Colin, welcome. D-Money. Awake, welcome to the show. Irene, I had a story to tell you about some of my experiences. So we're going to do stories on Sunday night. Tonight is an Ashtar Command night. So tonight is strictly Ashtar Command related. Joseph Truel, we're doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well, Joseph. And just if people are just coming in here, again, tonight is always Ashtar Command night. Every other night, Sunday through Friday, is our general spiritual UFO discussion. So yeah, just to get everybody on the same track here, It's good to have everybody with us. And let's see here. I'm just making sure people know what's happening. Hey, Chrissy, welcome to the show. ET203. Hey, sometimes it's me. Good to have you with us. I've been trying to get April's attention, but she's been looking with her camera to some of the spaceship activity up in the mountains. So if some people will go in on her live, just remind her to come over here. Just say, oh, April, Commander is looking forward to having you on here. She's real, and I was watching some really good stuff on her live outside her house. Just let her know we're on live, and when she gets over here, I'm not in Vermont. She's in northern Vermont near the Canadian border. We're down here in New England and Connecticut, but we're not in Vermont. Hey, Alfredo, good to see you. So hopefully some people can get her attention to get over here, because we'd like to get our sister on here for the broadcast. Pino, you're also in Connecticut. Oh, good. You might be interested in we're going to do something in August here on the beach, down on the coastline in Madison. So keep in touch with me on that. Hey, Freddie. Hey, Chesno. Hey, how you doing, Chesno? We're going to be doing, Chesno, Connecticut Cottage Mom. Yeah, Madison, Connecticut. We're going to be doing something in August. I haven't set it up yet. I have to get permission, but we're going to be on a beautiful spot on the beach. I know Chesno knows the beach area I'm talking about, and we're going to do an Ashtar Command gathering on the beach in August. I'll have the date set in a couple of days, in a few days. Yeah, and just if you want to message me, people who are in Connecticut, you can message me, and I'll keep you informed about what's going on here. I'll definitely put it on here on TikTok. I'll put I'll make a video or whatever. Connecticut Cottage, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to follow you. I am now following you. You're an animal trainer turned corporate. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I'm now following. Hey, Johnny, good to have you with us. Maybe someone can kind of bring April over here to this end of this. We got to get April on here. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I know there's been stuff happening for the last few days and updates we want to get. So maybe some of my friends can get April to come over here and switch from her live to my live, and we can put her on. We'll be on together on the live here. I was watching some of her stuff. It was pretty good. Hey, BM. Hello, everyone. Much love from Australia. Good to have you with us, Australia. Have her the message. Hey, Jody. Good to see you. I figure if a few people message her on the live, she'll get the message, because she is facing the skylight and showing some really good stuff. Portal, and she showed 2 spaceships before I came on here at 11. So we'll see what's going on here. Oh, have the message gave her. Oh, good. I was just on her live. Good. Good. So everybody who tells her I'm on live right now, and we're waiting to have her switch over here, so we can still do stuff outside with her. You can just do it from the main live here on the Ashtar Command Q&A. Good to have her. Time Z777. Oh, good. You all told her good. She'll get over here. I would do the same thing. Like if you see the spaceship, you're just totally focused on what you're seeing there. But a lot of things happening, we're... Oh, good. Good. She's aware, okay. The brother is waiting for the sister. We don't like to leave her out of anything, you know what I mean? And there's a lot to talk about too, We're actually in the kitchen right now. So we're broadcasting from the kitchen. So we're in the kitchen right now. You wouldn't know I'm in the kitchen, but I am in the kitchen broadcasting. Hey, Mike Masters. Good to see you. Welcome, brother. It's good to see everybody here for our Ashtar Command night. I think this is, every night's a good night. Every night's a special night. And tonight is one of those nights that is very special because there's so much going on. We had the iced tea. We got the apple cider. I got apple cider right here. You can see the glass a little bit. See? So we always drink the apple cider. Once in a while, we run out. It's good to see you, Mike, as well, and Jane and everybody. I wish I can come to your beach meeting. I'm in Chicago, but I'm excited about moving to Arizona. Oh, that's good. Yes. So, we're going to plan an Ashtar Command gathering in August. Arizona has a lot of UFO sightings. And one of the things we do at our Ashtar Command gatherings is call in the Christed beings of light. We use the C5 application, and we really focus on the Ashtar Command when we do our gathering. It's not just a regular CU5. We really want to bring in our space brothers and sisters, and that's our goal when we do it, And I know Chesno has been to our gathering, and we're going to be doing another one, like I said, in August. It's been quite a year so far, and we haven't had many gatherings this year, but we are going to do one in August for sure. I'd love to come to meeting too, but working Reno on assignment. Oh, okay. Have I met Robar yet? Lexicon? No, not yet. I will. When we eventually, like Chesno and myself and Kit Kat and Johnny go on the ship, I will meet my parents. And I'm very patient about that because I know it will happen. Oh, you're in Carson City, okay. And I'm very patient about that, and I know it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. So I'm extremely patient about that whole scenario, so to speak, And this world, hey, J&M Boutique, good to see you. Welcome. Josh, welcome to the show. It's just so L1NZ1, good to see you as well. We are in such a state of, this planet is so... On the 3D level, this planet is going all over the place. On the cosmic level, for those of you here, you know this to be true, we are going into a higher vibrational pattern constantly now. And you're probably looking at your planet and saying, is this the planet I live on? Are these the people I live around? Because you're not from this planet. And you're from somewhere else, right? And you know that your consciousness is shifted. And your consciousness is shifted so much so that, in fact, the person down the street that is maybe somebody you've seen, a neighbor, is completely in a 3D world. Your world is now no longer 3D. Your world is now going to every other level of consciousness. And you look at this planet and say, is this the planet I live on? Are these the things I see? In truth, it's just the planet you live on, but you also are the future of this planet, every one of you, collectively, all of you. All of you have that ability to be that beautiful change, and that's what the Ashtar Command is coming here to do. When major contact happens, there's going to be this synergy of energy that's going to bring us all together. And when contact happens, it's going to be a unified effort between the human population and our space brother population from other planetary worlds of light. And what they're going to do is we're going to work together, and they're going to teach us things. that we have not remembered or known since being on Earth. But we're going to learn. Hey, Rob, thanks for being here. But we're gonna see that change in this time period. It's not going to be like 100 years from now, or is it going to be 2,000 years from now, or is it going to be 10 years from now? David Wilcox, if you've heard the person David Wilcox, he did a video talking about contact. He did a video. I think he was alluding to stuff about it just recently. And David Wilcox, I followed him for many years. King Trinity, no buy. Okay, whatever that means. Okay, King Trinity, no buy, whatever you mean. Have fun. Image, welcome to the show. But when we look at people like David Wilcox, Mystic Maven, good to see you. He's been... Oh, April's not coming on? Okay. So we're not going to be blessed with April's presence tonight? Okay. Oh, no, she's coming on. She's aware of my live. Other people said she was coming on. I hope she was coming on, but maybe she, who knows? Oh, okay. Just a thought. Yeah, she's aware of the live. I think she's really focused on what she's showing outside of her house right now. But she knows I'll be on for a while, so she'll be here at some point. Hopefully. Yes, so as I was saying, we're coming into a period where contact is going to happen at some point. And we have to all be prepared for that some point, right? That some point is being able to really focus on who we are. And a lot of times we don't, because we're so dealing with everything in the outside world, we never focus on what is really important. Yeah, sure, there's things going on in the outside world you want to know about, you want to hear about, but really what we do on the inside, which is connect in that cosmic consciousness, is the most important thing we can do right now before we even have the contact. Because if we don't have our cosmic consciousness, then we're totally unconscious. You see what I mean? The cosmic consciousness is going to be our way to connect with our space brothers and sisters. It's going to be our way of coming together. And that is the important thing that we need to understand. Oh, Wendy, you'll raise your frequency. You can raise it every day. Just by little meditations of 15 or 30 minutes with a higher dimensional music, you can raise that vibrational pattern. And it does work. Find your place of peace and be there, and you'll be able to do it. Need some healing? We're going to do that tomorrow night. We'll do stuff like that on Sunday night. No, there's not going to be an AI contact. That's not happening. This is going to be an Ashtar Command physical, breathing, people contact. No AI contact. The AI is not what we want to contact. The plan of divine planning is that the Ashtar Command will be making contact with the people of Earth, and that will be happening in the next year and a half. Jersey for Life, welcome to our show. And if you're not familiar with why this is happening, please ask me a question, and I will certainly answer the question as best I can, representing the Ashtar Command here on planet Earth. I'm just reading some comments here right now. No, they don't use AI. The Ashtar Command doesn't do anything with AI. Human technologists created this AI system, but on other planetary worlds, they don't use AI. Not in the galactic levels of light. There's no AI. Here on Earth, they use it, and it's not a good thing. Some people think it is, but meow me, good to see you. Greetings. It's much more important to connect with your inner consciousness, inner spiritual levels, than expanding outwardly to an AI system on a computer. You know, it's really important that people now really get centered before contact. A lot of people need to. The Ashtar Command is going to help the whole planet. That's a great question. They're not just here for the people that are already at a level of consciousness. When contact happens, it's for the whole planet. It's not for any specific one person. It'll be for everybody. When contact happens, it'll be for the whole world. So everyone will be coming together in that synergy of energy where this contact will bring the whole planet together. Whatever language you not sing. Well, that's interesting. I used the word sing. I don't think you sing a language, but you could probably. The word sing comes out of my vocabulary. But all the planetary system of Earth and all the people that live on Earth, all the different languages on Earth, everyone will have a universal language of understanding once contact happens, which that universal language is, as simple as it seems, love. That's simple. That's simple. Shel Brown says, Cameron, why do I feel like I belong to the Palladians? You probably feel you belong with the Palladians. The Palladians it's spelled differently than what you're spelling it, Cheryl. But the Palladians, you're probably connected with them. You're probably part of the star family. That's probably why you feel so connected with the Palladians. There's a lot of people that are connected with some spiritual level of light with different planetary systems and people. So the Palladians would be, a lot of people are connected with the Palladians that are here on Earth. Thank you, forgive me. Well, you don't belong to anybody, Wendy. When you connect in your meditation with Christed ambient music in your meditation, you can ask your inner guidance of your higher self, where did I come from? What planetary system did I come from? Your higher self knows that answer. Your mind doesn't know the answer, but your higher self does. You know why? Because your higher self is your cosmic level of opening to the universe. Your brain isn't the opening to the universe. It's in the center of your being that's opening to the universe. And that's where you'll find out where your galactic connections lie spiritually with your space family. Absolutely. Thank you, Maureen, for the rose. How do I ask my higher self? Get girl. So when you meditate and you close your eyes, you take a couple of deep breaths, breathe out of your nose, and relax. You get some ambient meditation music going. And then you ask your higher self, I wish to know where I come from. And if you listen to the higher self, at some point it's going to respond and say, Gitsy, you come from planetary XYZ. And again, it might not happen like automatically, like a nanosecond, but eventually it will happen, and you'll have that understanding of where you are, where you come from. So that can also be an answer for a lot of people that are looking to try to figure out how to connect. And remember that many of the star people work with the Ashtar Command or the Ashtar Galactic Command. Yeah, you'll definitely find out. It'll definitely happen. You keep tapping my elbow. I want to get a drink. Okay. Hey, Marlene, thank you for the sneaky Gino. Hey, Kit Kat. We got to kind of drag April over here. I know she's very grossed into the space right now outside the house. We need to try to pull her out over here on my live so I can get her in here. Hey, Jessica, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. You know, you're all beautiful people. A lot of beautiful people. Everybody here. Marinette, good to see you. Peace, love, and light. Hey, Freeman, good to have you with us. She will. She will. I would be doing the same thing. I'd probably be saying that I don't want to lose. I want to focus on this thing. I don't want to lose it. Hey, Kathy Stewart, good to have you with us. Welcome to the program. So it's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful time to be together here in the level of consciousness that we're in. And I was not talking about the last few months, how I've actually, and I can use myself as an example for other people, how I've changed in the last several months, how I've been doing more Ashtar Command work on my lives here than ever before, even when I do my regular interviews. So for example, when I send ships to people and to help people, that's something that I've been doing for several months now. Several months. Now, at first I would say, wow, it's just something new. It's something I'm doing. It's like new. I accept the responsibility of my Ashtar work now, that now I'm able to be given the guidance to assist people, and I just don't keep track of how many I've helped with the Ashtar Command, how many ships I've sent in different places, and how many Ashtar Command people I've sent into people's homes to assist them. I think more than at least, probably 12 or 20 at least in the last several months, somewhere in that area. And I feel blessed to be activated in this way, to be able to do that work. I'm going to tell you all a story. This is interesting. I was in our metaphysical shop today. It's called Hidden Gems. It's a crystal shop. And the person behind the counter, who I knew, we're talking about the planet. I showed her the video of the spaceship, one of these ships over April's property that I have on my TikTok here. And she was like really amazed at the ship. And I said, you know what? For some reason, as we were talking, I said, I'm supposed to do something. And there were a few people in the store, but it was pretty. They weren't talking. They were looking at stuff. So I said, would you like me to do something? Now, this is the first time physically in a store that I did what I do here on my live. Physically in the store. I said, I'm going to do something here if you let me do it. So I ended up bringing a ship over the metaphysical store about 20,000 feet above the store. I said, we're sending, I said, there's going to be 2 space people that are coming in the store. You won't see them. So I felt their presence. They were behind her. She was behind the counter, and we're talking. I said, I want you to close your eyes. So I did with her what I do here. I had her breathe in a couple of times and breathe out. I said, okay, how do you feel? She feels good. I said, okay, the space people are going to be here like in 2 seconds. So the space people were in the store, and one of them put their hand on her head and one on her neck. As soon as the one put a hand on her head, the space person verbally spoke through her vocals, and she was like totally like clear as a bell, speaking, saying, I am here. And I've never had that happen before. Okay? So as that's happening, then the spaceman, the Ashtar commander, is working with her on the neck area. By the time I got done with her, within minutes, she felt totally different. And again, that was right in a store setting. Now, I've never done this in a store setting with the Ashtar Command where I've done this. Now I understand that I can do this anywhere. Now I understand that I am so activated that if I want to, and I'm not just bringing ships to people to say, can you do this for me, Commander? Can you bring an Ashtar Command ship over here? It's not the way it works. I won't do that. There's no way. In very specific situations, I have been bringing ships places to help people. And my helping them is the Ashtar Command is helping them. So in that way, thank you, BM. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You see, in many years of awakening, and just like any other person here, I've been on the path of awakening as you have. I'm no different than you are, really. I've just spent a number of my time in my adult life where my whole consciousness shifted because of experiences that I had. You know, I can never go back. Why would I want to go back? Thank you, forgive me not. Forgive me, God. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and the gift I have, I use humbly, you know. The gift I've been given, the activation I've been given, I use very humbly to help other people. Michelle, okay, I'll call you Michelle. So, now that I've been activated for several months by the command to do this, I'm exploring the things that I'm able to do with that capability. I'm exploring a lot of things in meditation. What should I be doing? Hey, Alicia, I'm really kind of trying to figure out what else I need to be doing. You know? I'm wondering, and I think about this out loud when I think about the Ashtar Command work that we are doing on Mission Earth. You know, is it possible to send a spaceship to shut down nuclear missile facilities? Do I have the capability to doing that besides the fact of sending Ashtar Command people to stop having people being abducted or things like that? So I'm mulling that over in meditation. Hey, Anna. So I'm mulling that over in meditation. Yeah, we haven't had any nuclear wars yet. But we do have a problem. Hey, Brian Forrest, good to see you. Where secret government operations have used nuclear testing in our oceans. We talked about this with April a while ago. And we talked about they were testing these nuclear weapons that are affecting the space cities in the oceans. And not just the oceans, the seas and other things like that. So we have talked about that. And that's going to be stopped. I think that is being stopped. But I wonder, besides doing what we do, what else can I do to help people within an Ashtar Command consciousness? How can we help others? Awaken them to the Ashtar Command levels of light and understand that the space contacts are starting to happen now on an individual basis, but they will increase on a much larger basis, right? And they will. They will definitely increase. Right, by sharing our experiences. Can you explain why I have seen very bright beings in other people's eyes? Not everyone, but some. You might be seeing a reflection. Somehow, maybe their eyes are sort of like a mirror, an opening for you when you look at them. That could be very well why you're seeing them now. That's unusual. I mean, I've not heard that before, but if you're seeing light beings in people's eyes, it could be it's a reflection of that higher vibrational frequency. And that could be very well the reason why. Yeah, that's what it is. For all relatives, good to see you. Commander, it's like they're coming sooner by helping people the way you do. Yes. I believe that to be true. Yeah, Redbod, yeah, they had a contract for over 70 years, but the actual contract is falling apart, and the beings that were abducting humans, that's being stopped. The Ashtar Command is actually involved in rounding up those that have been abducting human beings. That is certainly being stopped. Gitsy Girl says, I wonder why they pick certain people. You mean in terms of the people that were being abducted, why they picked them? I have no idea why they picked them. But I do know it's being stopped. You know? Yeah, I do know it's being stopped. You can see why they picked them over the last 70 years. Hard to say why they picked certain people. But no one wants to be picked when that was happening. The last thing you want to do is be picked to be abducted by any ET. Hey, Mercury Man, welcome to the show. But it is being stopped. The Ashtar Command is diligently working in different parts of the world. There's bases set up where they are capturing these beings that have been abducting people, and they're being quarantined, and in the end, they're being taken off planet. You're very welcome, Gitsy. Thank you for the question. And if anyone else has any Ashtar Command related questions, I will answer them. The abductions have mostly stopped, although there are random situations where people have been abducted, and they are being dealt with if they are caught. Yes, so yeah, we're trying to keep everything Ashtar related tonight. Tomorrow night we'll do lives with people that wish to come on live tomorrow night for just general UFO spiritual areas. Okay, so the question is, how was I chosen? I'm not sure how I was chosen more than my cosmic family, where I come from beyond Earth, was Mars. And on Mars, I came from a planet with 10 to 15 million inhabitants. With the Ashtar Command, I've been intergalactic communicator on our spaceships for, long time before I came here. Very long time. And as I contemplate the future, yes, Mars, yes. Mars, as I remember when I was there, was a very beautiful planet, still with a surface with an atmosphere that's oxygenated so people can actually breathe. People go on the surface of Mars now. There was a time when people could not. Mars is an inhabited population inside the planet mostly, although there's a sector of Mars where there is vegetation growing and people are starting to live for the last number of years on the surface of the planet. And there are men and women, very spiritual, unlike Earth. On Mars, there's a connection to the Creator. On Earth, there is too many things going on here. Too many things on Earth. It was a nuclear energy device that they were testing millions upon millions of years ago. They made a mistake. The Earth science, or the Earth space science, that theorizes about what happened to Mars says that Mars had a nuclear problem. Mars was testing some advanced technology. It kind of backfired. This is a long time ago. But the Martian population had survived the situation, many of which came into the inner part of Mars, and everything regenerated. Over time, millions of years later, Mars has regenerated, and as a planet, people do live there, 10 to 15 million inhabitants. There's tubular travel systems within Mars. They grow, they're mostly vegetarian, and they have a very strong connection to the Creator. And they rectified their problem millions of years ago. After they did it, they rectified what they did and they're not doing that anymore. Yeah, God is the creator. Well, God is the creator of everybody. God is the creator of all the beautiful beings of light. Most of the people in the ET community are vegan and vegetarian. That's good to know. That correlates with a relationship. That's interesting. At least for many are. Alexa says, "Do people on Mars look like you and I?" Yes. I know Alexa's listening to me. She was just lighting up there listening to what I was talking about. I'm just waiting for Alexa to say something. She's like right on the table here. Her blue light went on. How many people live on Mars? 10 to 15 million inhabitants live on the planet. In terms of the moon is an intergalactic structure. Not everyone lives underground anymore, Lori. They are able to live on the surface of the planet. Things have come a long way since millions of years ago when they made the mistake. And in terms of living underground, like I said, there are places where there's vegetation on the surface of the planet, and there's waterways. There's a polar cap on Mars. It's very similar to Earth. Again, the landscape is a little bit different. Well, now they can. Cilia 05. They can breathe without having a spacesuit on the surface. Millions of years ago, there was a problem, but they have a light blue atmosphere on Mars, and they are able to breathe. Sarah says, "Does Mars have schools and hospitals?" They don't have like a sports, so to speak. They do have, not like you call Earth-based hospitals, but they do have intergalactic schools of learning on Mars, and we wouldn't have hospitals like you have on Earth with technological things, so to speak. It's a little bit different. The moon is actually a hollow planet. There are openings in the moon that they're actually spaceships, what you call saucer-shaped craft that have come out of the moon that have been documented by astronomers. And again, we're not doing any on interviews here tonight. This is an Ashtar Command night. Saturday nights is Ashtar Command night, so I'm not really doing any interviews. That'll be Sunday night. This is an Ashtar Command night tonight. No, I'm not Egyptian, no. I'm from Mars. I'm with the Ashtar Galactic Command or Ashtar Command. I'm not Egyptian whatsoever. But I am intergalactically a Christed being of light from the Ashtar Command. Forgive me, says I strong. Did you used to work for the government? Thank God, no. Work for the government? No. Never have. Have no need. Hey, Sephirari, that's a great question. I have never worked for the government, nor will I ever work for the government. That part of the thing, I'm also there to bust the matrix of these world governments, so I would never work for them. Susan Murray, good to see you. The only thing I can tell you in my recent downloads is, like I said earlier, for the last several months I've been sending spaceships, and I know, Jen, you've seen it on my show here to help people. So that download is a very active download for me. That download allows me to do things as a human being within this human structure of a body to do things and consciously to be able to communicate with the Ashtar Command telepathically, and realize that if I need to have a ship sent somewhere, I can send it anywhere in the world. And then the question is whether we can do certain things. We know what we can do right now, but I'm thinking other ways that we can shut down nuclear facilities all over the world, which I know we can. You know, and I'm still meditating on that, Red Gen, too. Let's see here. No, you don't have to work on Mars. There's no such thing as like what you call a job. On Earth, everyone has to work. On other planets like Mars and other planetary systems, there's not a thing called work. Only on Earth do people have to work. On other planets beyond Mars, Mars itself, and other planets, there's no structure of what you call work. There's no need to. The Martian population has everything they need, and so do all the other planets and beyond the Earth that are higher frequency vibrational planets. Roy says, does my space family see me every day? They probably are very aware of you, Lori. I would think, yeah, spirits, thank you. I would think they're very aware of you. Thank you for your subscription. We appreciate it very much. I think your space family is always aware of you, and that goes for everybody else out there. You all have a space family, whether you realize it or whether you know it yet. You know, it's not a rush thing. Kathy Stewart says, can you please heal my lungs? I can't say that I can heal your lungs. That's a really big request. And I can't say I have that ability to heal someone's lungs. If anyone can do that, that might be our medical people, the Ashtar Command. But I won't take any credit for trying to do something like that, nor have her tried to do anything like that. I try to be very honest in what I do here, knowing what I do know I can do, and the things I don't think I can do, I try not to jump into that realm. You know, and it wouldn't be, and if your lungs can be healed, and the Ashtar Command medical people can do it, that probably is a possibility. But I wouldn't be the one to do it. Ashley, thanks for being here. Thank you for the heart. Yeah, I call on the Ashtar Command and they can help, but I don't know if they're, you know, I just wouldn't want to put someone in a situation where the commander sent a spaceship with Ashtar people to help heal somebody's lungs. You know, I'm just like, and it's very possible they could do that. And maybe we'll broach that one night, you know, maybe. That's something I would have to meditate on. I would have to really meditate. I think it is possible they could. The question is, on my end, I have to meditate on it. And if it does happen that they can heal your lungs, I would be so overjoyed to see that happen for you. But I won't. I'm not going to make any commitments to that right now. I'm going to have to meditate on that. If that happens, I would be the most humble, overjoyed person in the world to see that happen for you. And maybe on a Sunday night we might try that, or Monday night. We'll see. We'll think about it. Yeah, they kind of held back from doing that. That's why I say, you know, the stuff I do to help people from the abductions, that's one thing. But this is a big deal, and I'm not sure that's something that they would be able to do. Yeah, meditation is key. It really is. Ruth A., welcome to our Ashtar Command special tonight. Welcome to everybody who's taking time out of the evening to be here. We appreciate it. Yes, there will be med beds available. Do we have religion on Mars? No. There's no religion on Mars or any other planet of light. All the planets of light have no religion except the religion of love, and that's the only religion. There's no like Earth-based religions on these other planets. Yeah. So on that level, because that's getting into the physical level about dealing with somebody's, it's like just like with my leg thing when I pulled my leg months ago with all the downloads. It's gotten a lot better, but I also accept the responsibility that it's, as it's getting better, I'm making it better myself. So they can't interfere on that level. Although, if we were going to destroy our planet, the command could interfere and shut down all weapons of mass destruction in 2 nanoseconds. But we're not going to destroy our planet. You're right, Olivia. With the physical person's health, they would not interfere. That's why I'm very hesitant about that. Rick D., welcome. Jaro, Eve for life. Hey, Eve, welcome to the show. I see some new names. Sue, hey, Sue, good to see you. You're watching Ashtar Command Q&A with your host, CmdrAleon. And we're glad to have everybody with us here. On a non-Earth level, the lifespan, let's say, of the Ashtar Command people is thousands upon thousands of years. And in that lifespan, many of the people, like my space family, look to be 20 or 30 years old, and they can be 20 or 30,000 years old. So, yeah, it's way different than on Earth. The lifespans are different. Hey, Ashley, thank you. And I appreciate all the gifts that we're getting here tonight, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. Do they have eternal life? Many live to be 50,000 years old. That's a long time. In the lifespan of a spiritual being of light from another planet, they live to be a very long time. Hey, Jordan, good to have you with us. So they live extremely long lives, many of the space people. I guess yes, they look to be 20 or 30 years old. If you were to see them, they look to be 20 to 30 years old, Earth human, in terms of age. I am assuming med beds are meant to heal, but can you explain how they work? I'm not fully yet understanding how they work. It feels in my imaging, in my mind, I think that med beds are, when you go into one, you get into it, and whatever ailments you have in the med bed, it will actually fix all those ailments so you don't have them anymore. But we're going to learn a lot more about the med beds when they become available to Earth people. Once contact happens, we'll be able to have more information about the med beds and how they will actually help heal people, which what I'm assuming the med beds will be able to do. I'm not sure if it looks like a tanning bed. That's an interesting question. But I know that they will definitely, as Red Body is saying, they will rejuvenate your body. And we're all going to learn about the med beds as contact happens. We'll all get to experience that. Now, for those that don't need a med bed, that's one thing, but the many people that do, it'll rejuvenate your whole body, your cellular structure. I'm just reading comments here. You're watching Encounters Ashtar Command Q&A. It's now 12 midnight. Welcome to our show if you're just tuning in. Glad to have you with us. I'm just looking at the comment section here. Welcome all the new people. And again, we are getting into your questions. When people ask me about blood types, that's my weakest point on this whole thing. Commander, will you see our Earth parents again? No Earth parents, no. I won't see any Earth parents. I will not see, the parents I will see, my own parents, are from outer space. I will see my parent Luna and also Robar and my two sisters and a brother that are on the spaceship. Yeah, and Kerry, when I do go on the ship, it's going to be a while from now for all of us. It's probably going to be at least a year, I think. I could be completely wrong about that. I'm more prepared now to go on the Ashtar ship than I was last year. I'm so prepared to be the best representation of our planet, I think that's important. Yeah, it might be. It might be sooner. I would hope it would be sooner. They're not going to be coming to save us. They're coming to here because they're our cosmic family. They're going to come here to assist us, but not save us. We're going to be doing a lot of the work on our end of it. We have to do the work. We have to be the ones to do the things necessary to bring that level of peace on Earth. Great question, though, Gitsy. That's a good question. The reason why April is being taken, and I'll speak just a little bit, I'd rather have her speak about it. She was the first person chosen. She lives in a rural area up in northern Vermont in the mountains, and they set up a base there. And she's seen a lot of things in the ocean. She's learned a lot of things, and she's bringing back information to share with the people here so you have a better understanding of what's happening and when it's going to happen in terms of contact. Because contact is coming our way, and she's been a great example of someone who's been doing the mission work, and she's really doing the mission work. And come to find out that our families on the ship know each other. Her family, my family on the ship, they all know each other. So it's a beautiful understanding. And, hey, when you're doing the mission work, that's the most important thing you can do. Yeah, I have this one here. And I have this one here. This has a apophyllite in it. There's a apophyllite in here. And this here. No, April's not from Mars. I don't remember what area she's from, but not Mars. When she's on here, she can actually give you more information about that. Speaking of which, it's now 12:04. I'm sure she's still outdoors in Vermont, and we're going to send her another invite. I know she's live. Okay, I just sent her a message. And periodically I'm sending her message. She'll get it. We're trying to nudge her in here. Trying to nudge April on here. We're hoping if we nudge her a little bit more, maybe she'll get on here. Can you communicate with GGH animals? Yeah, so I don't channel anything. I just want to be very clear. I'm a telepathic communicator with the Ashtar Command levels, but I don't channel anything. Yeah. Yeah, I don't channel. I am telepathic, though, and I can do many other things, but the one thing I don't do is channel. I can sing. Oh, she's not coming? Okay. Yeah, on Sunday night, you can join our live on Sunday night. And do I have a birth certificate? Of course I do. Hey, Creative, good to see you here. Welcome. Thank you for the gifts. We appreciate it so much. Yes, blessings and light. Absolutely. Tammy says I speak telepathically. Oh, that's good. Well, that's what I do. I'm telepathic. That's if you can communicate with your space galactic family telepathically, that's a beautiful thing because that's the way they actually communicate. Interesting. I'll just read people's comments. Hey, Tammy, we're going to have to interview tomorrow night on Sunday night. I'm already friends with you, so there you go. Alcove, thank you for the finger hearts. I appreciate it. Interesting, Tammy. Yes, you may, Nancy. Nancy Davidson. Anyone who wants to be on my live, some of you who've been giving your stories here tonight, tomorrow night we'll have you on our live and you can share your stories. I usually like to have one person at a time on. Oh, she's filming a ship right now. Okay. Very good. Very good. I'm sure she'll have that up and running on her. She'll have that recorded and she'll have that on her live in terms of recording it. Then we can hopefully show that. I can see why she's still on live. She's recording a ship. Well, that's important. So, Now I do have we're at 58.5. Let's see here. We're at 58.6. I appreciate all the likes. When you tap on the button, you actually increase the likes. So everybody tap if you want to, certainly. Susie, okay, I think she's, oh, that's good. Well, that's good too. But I heard she's recording a ship. Oh, I'm going to move from where I am here into another room.
Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Come here. Oh, okay. Here. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I'm over here. Okay, let me bring. Now I'm really too far down. Let's see. We're going to bring. Okay, hopefully you can. I'm just going to bring the camera down a little bit here. Let's see how we. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're in a different room here. Welcome to the show if you're just tuning in. And we're just going to set the goals here a little bit. Let me just do this. Excuse me. Oh, that's the air conditioning. I have an air conditioner system on. Let's see here. Okay, I just pinned the cap. We're doing the baseball cap here on our Ashtar Command night. So welcome everybody. Oh, no problem, Ashley. You can definitely come on tomorrow night without a question. I'm just adjusting everything here. Let's see. Here we go. We're good here. All right. And we are doing Q&A tonight. April's recording a spaceship right now. So that's why she's not on here. She's recording a spaceship. So welcome to the show if you're just tuning in here. I'm CmdrAleon, the man from Mars with the Ashtar Command. The commander is so patient and kind with people. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that so much. And that comes with part of the territory, you know. I don't see her live. She was live. She was recording a spaceship. It shows here that she's still live. Or maybe she went off. Maybe she's not live. Huh. Well, wherever she is. No, she's live. So other people have been. No, she's live. Other people just went there. She is live. Crystal, welcome to our show. Goddess, welcome to our show, Goddess. Good to have you with us. Casey, Crystal, thank you for the heart me. And we are definitely answering your questions in terms of the Ashtar Command area. We are definitely trying to help people in that level of consciousness. We're just making sure everything is steady here, and I think it is. Okay. If you have any questions for me on tonight's special, please feel free to ask, and I will certainly try to answer your questions in regards to the Ashtar Command. Juliet, thank you for the cap. I appreciate it very much. Your gifts are always a blessing, everybody. Certified UFOP, welcome. Winter, welcome to the show. Yeah, April's on live. She's recording a ship. K-Mystery, have they found any intelligent life on Earth yet? Good question. Good question. Lampy, welcome to our program. Huh. Interesting. So the main thing to realize is that contact is something that most people have been waiting for a very long time, right? I mean, I would say most of the people I've met in my life have always talked about when there would be contact on a massive scale, not individual contact, but massive contact. Okay? We're living in a time now, in 2024, going into 2025, when there's going to be an enormous increase of intergalactic travel or spaceships that are coming into our atmosphere. And actually really going into 2025, you think what you've seen now is really interesting. You know, look what's going to happen in the following year regarding things beyond Earth. You know, the different things you're going to see in the sky at night on a clear night. Yeah, you'll see your satellites, you'll see your conventional craft. Golden Bear, thank you. But you're also going to see spaceships. And you're going to see galactic spaceships. And these ships are going to be all different kinds of ships. Not just one kind, right? But many different kinds. And that's the beauty of the whole thing. In truth. Hey, Chesno. And we know how important contact really is. As a matter of fact, because we've all been wanting it so badly for many, many years, no matter what decade you've been in, no matter what the decade is that you've been living in, every generation who's been affected with an open consciousness wants to connect with their star family. Everybody does. Yeah, so Carrie, when we have direct contact, there should be no fear on Earth of the contact. The contact will be with human-type beings that look just like us. And there'll be nothing to fear. The fear is based on all the sci-fi movies and all the misinformation that has been put down on cable and everything else for years. Sarah says, how many numbers of beings are coming to help? Hundreds of thousands, if not more. A lot. There's going to be a lot of space people coming. And that's part of what's happening now is, Danny, welcome to the show. There's a lot of different space galactic forces that are coming to Earth, coming together, and in unity are going to help our planet. They're really going to do a lot of work. Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. No, I don't. They might exist in another realm, but I don't believe in them. I don't really have a belief system, so to speak. I have an understanding versus a belief, so I understand that certain things exist, and I understand certain other things exist in other realities, but I don't have a belief system, so to speak. On Earth, we have a thing called belief. We have a belief system, right? That's really interesting. On Earth, everyone has a belief system about something. The space people don't have a belief system as much as they have an understanding of the whole multiverse, of the whole universe. The space people understand everything about the universe, all the dimensions of existence, the Christ consciousness. They understand every dynamic of that. Mary says, how are they going to help? They're actually going to assist us in learning how to help ourselves. That's the first thing they're going to do. When the Ashtar Command reconnects with the people of Earth, their goal is to educate us into having the ability to help our planet, sustain our planet, and make it a very livable space for us in our civilization. Shay83 says, are UFOs seen more frequently than beings? I would say UFOs have always been seen more than the beings, but I think you're going to see many of space people, you're going to see more and more space people on individual contact with certain individual people. I'm just reading comments here. Give me a moment. Okay, we're back with you here, folks. Let me turn the air off here. Okay, folks, we just turned the air off a little bit here, so we're with you. And welcome to the show. It's 12:23 a.m. in the morning on Encounters, our Ashtar Command special. I'm just going to read your questions. Hey, Grace. No, I didn't get taken. I've been watching your beautiful artwork, by the way, Grace. Some phenomenal artwork. I've been getting to watch your videos. So the beautiful stuff going on. We're going to be doing a sky watch in August. I haven't set the date. Grace is one of our local people in our Ashtar C5 group. So I'm going to be putting something together once I get the approval on the beach in Madison, Connecticut. We're going to go down to Madison again. And yeah, so I've been just really busy growing my watermelons. And so just to let you know. But I haven't been taken yet. When that time comes, I will certainly let you know. Writer Boy says, we lost him forever. I lost him, my twisted mystic. Is it safe for humans to drink water on Mars? The humans on Mars, for them it's safe to drink water because millions of years ago when they had the nuclear problem, they actually corrected it. Unlike on Earth, we make a mistake and we keep doing things on this planet that are, it's kind of crazy. Whoa, my cat just decided to walk on the table. What's going on there? My cat Missy's on the table where the lamp is, and she's looking for something. Are you going to come on my live? Nope, she just jumped off the table. All right, that was a first. For a minute, I thought she was going to come on my live here. You're welcome, Skip, to Grace. Once in a while, Missy will come on the show here. She is the cosmic cool cat. She truly is. But, with all the work that you've seen me do, folks, in terms of the Ashtar Command, helping people, sending ships over to locations, that is something I've been really blessed with for the last several months. Yeah, she needs to be over 18. I'm sure she is in cat age. She's probably be over 18. The cat probably is. But, so there's a lot of stuff going down. And I should mention, because it is Ashtar Command night, thank you, Twisted, my Twisted, for the ice cream. As a matter of fact, I had ice cream earlier tonight when we were at some fireworks. I had some ice cream. Speaking of which, it was really good. But there's going to be, whenever that is, and again, understand things do not happen on Earth time. So when we think of, how come things didn't happen when they were supposed to happen on our time? Because we live in a time frame or in space where everything is based on time. So like if you wear, I don't have any watches on or anything. I never wear a watch. I just refuse to wear a watch. But if you ever, if you look at things from the perspective, there's things that are going to be happening in the next year and a half, but in non-linear time, meaning beyond Earth, our space brothers and sisters do not have what they call time. On Earth, we've created time, and therefore we live in time. Now, if you want to live outside of time, if you're off planet, there is no time. But on Earth, we've constructed time. So everything happens in a certain particular time frame, right? It does, actually. Like someone say, well, you weren't on time to my party. How come you didn't come to my party on time? Because everything is on time on Earth. Well, I missed my subway to New York, so now I have to wait another 2 hours to get on time. I was supposed to be on time, but I'm not on time. So what I'm getting at is, when we say, well, how come the space people are doing it this way and not this way? We have to think out of the time frame of the 3D mind. That's still a 3D mind, saying, oh, I thought they were going to be here at this time. See, we live in that. We live in that reality of time. Our space brothers and sisters do not live in time at all. But they can tell us that we're going to have contact soon in the framework of where we live on Earth. We say, okay, when is that going to happen? Then we're going to ask them, if you ask a space person, when are you going to make contact with us? They understand what you're saying, but they don't live in time the way you do. Like you're saying, I thought you were going to make a contact in November of 2024. Wouldn't it be 2024 of November at approximately 9 p.m.? See, we work in time. So everything we relate to is based in time, right? You get it? I think people get it. And if you do get it, then you don't have to worry about thinking about when is it going to happen. You just have to connect with the inner self. So when the Ashtar Command makes the contact, our space brothers and sisters make the contact, it's going to happen within this time. For them, they don't think about when it's going to happen. They already know in their own framework when it's going to happen. But it's going to happen. And for many years, especially on Facebook, Many people say, oh, they channel galactic beings who say, oh, we're going to be with you. We're going to get there. Just give us a few more years. We'll get there. That kind of thing, right? But contact's going to be awesome. That's going to be the most beautiful thing Earth humans have ever experienced. All of you. In truth, it's going to be beautiful. And you know what? There'll be no disappointments. Why should there be any disappointments? We're supposed to be reconnecting, not disconnecting. And as we reconnect with each other, that synergy of energy is going to be beautiful for everybody. It's just a matter of waking up, realizing that we can actually do this thing, right? And we can. Nolan Brinkman, welcome to the program, Nolan. For people that are new to my show, this is a show I do most nights at 11 p.m. Tonight is a special night on Saturdays, Ashtar Command Q&A. And the rest of the week, Sunday through Friday, we have regular regular encounter programs where we interview people that have either been abducted or had good experiences with their space family or seen Bigfoots, that kind of stuff. All that galactic stuff we get into between Sunday and Friday night. And we do that constantly on a regular basis. If you have any questions for me regarding the Ashtar Command, last night, we had a good show. Oh, speaking of which, my Ashtar Command, my shows are on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. If you go there, you can watch all the previous shows. I think I'm one show behind. And then once I get that show from the other night onto YouTube, this show will be recorded, which is being recorded, will be on my YouTube channel if you missed any parts of the actual program. Now we're at 12:32 at the moment. Yes, hey, Barbara, good to have you with us. So they can definitely, the space people can hear us. As a matter of fact, they're watching the show right now. They're watching my show on what you would call a monitoring screen. They're able to watch all my shows. Now, whether individuals understand how that works, there's a monitoring screen where they can monitor every show that I do. They can watch every show. Shay, very good question, Shay83. The best thing to do is really key is the meditation. I think Christ did meditations. There's a lot of great ambient music you can use. But I think if people get centered and meditate, turn everything else off and just say, I wish to connect with my cosmic star family, my Christed star family, and do that meditation with an Om or U, I think you're going to facilitate a stronger ability to communicate with your star family. You see what I mean? And it's not really hard to do that. In terms of the focus, that's not really hard to do anyway. No, Ryan, the end of the world is not coming. The end of the old energy is going to come. It's not the end of the world. So essentially, we're not talking about the end of a planet. Touch the screen. Who's coming up here? I didn't do anything. Hey, good evening. Hello. What was that all about? Okie dokie. That was strange. Let me tell you something, folks. I did not touch the accept button on anything. That person just popped in my screen. It just happened. When I talk about strange things happening on my show, they usually do. I didn't even accept anybody to come up here. Good thing they disappeared. You know? Hey, young Skywalker. That was strange. But they are not here, so that's good. Whoever they were, they disappeared. They came on their own, and they just totally disappeared. You can never make these things up. My show. Hey, did you hear what happened? Nolan, I didn't even get your TikTok question or your Tic Tac question. I think it was filtered. Nolan, give me your Tic Tac question. But also, just let people know, we're really focused on Ashtar Command stuff tonight because it is a special night of the Ashtar Command. So I really want to focus on helping people learn more about Ashtar Command. Juliet, thank you for the roses. And the more I can teach you about the Ashtar Command tonight, the better everybody will be. Angel of God. Okay, no, we're not talking about that stuff. Okay. I think the Tic Tac UFOs are actually government vehicles. Nope. I don't believe in Tic Tac. That's a government word. So I'm going to be straight with you. There are spaceships that are intergalactic ships from other planetary systems, intergalactic ships that are from our star bases and our oceans and seas. And yes, there are reverse engineered craft that are controlled by our government. But no, I don't like the word Tic Tac because the government created it. I tend to bust that matrix. Many years ago, things were called flying saucers. Then they were called UFOs. Then they were called Tic Tacs. The thing is, I always like to say is that there are intergalactic spaceships that are beyond Earth that are coming here. There are many different space people from many different systems beyond Earth. So I rather. Oh, April's gone. I'm telling you, I knew that was going to happen. See, I knew she was going to go on the ship. Before I came on earlier, I was watching April when the ships started appearing on her live. I knew she was going to be taken on the ship. I think there's some major things going on. I'm very connected with April energetically, and I feel that before you even said it, she'll be coming back. She'll probably be on the spaceship for over an hour. She'll probably be on the spaceship for over an hour. No, I didn't mute anything. It's something with the TikTok here. But breaking news for my folks here watching this. April has just been taken on the ship in Vermont again. Ship came down, stopped right in front of her, and they said, "End live, let's go." Yep. Yeah, I'm not doing any interviews tonight, so I want to talk about this because this is really important. I've been feeling all week that there's a lot going on with the Command Off Planet. I think she's been taken a couple times this last couple nights. Okay, Barbara. Hey, good to see you. Barbara, your question is not unimportant at all. Military people have been involved for 70 years with lower vibrational ETs, but human beings, many of the ones that I know, are very connected with the spiritual beings of light. She said she has been taken. Yeah, she was taken on the spaceship. Okay, can you tell me who's taken April? So I'm going to bring only one person up that was on April's live that I know. Ken, who was ever on April's live, who was watching her the whole time. If you want to come up and talk about the ship coming down low, about the Ashtar ship coming, just request in the guest button. I'm only going to do that one person, and that's it. Let me see here. Papa Smurf is there. I left her live before 11 o'clock because I had to go live. I knew she was going to be taken. I had the feeling. As soon as she started talking about the two ships in the sky, I kind of knew she was going to be taken. Hey, Papa Smurf, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, first she was watching the moon. The moon turned colors, and it was moving across the sky at a faster pace than normal. And
Yeah.
then it just completely faded out while she was filming it. And I went out and I was looking at my moon, and my moon was almost behind my friend's building. And then it started coming back the other way where it just came from. And I just went out because she said a lot of this, there was like 7 or 8 stars that looked like they were lining up almost like lights on a runway. And
Mm-hmm.
she was counting them. Her and the daughter both seen it. And
Mm.
uh, and then she seen that ship. She said that looks like the ship coming down, and it's also traveling on an angle. And she said now it stopped right in front of me. And she said I'm starting to hear the voices. I think they're coming for me.
How low is the
But
ship? How low is the Ashtar ship tonight that came to pick her up?
I don't know how low it was. It was maybe just above the tree line or so. But she said
That was
it stopped like right in front of her.
that was a big ship, right? That was a really big ship.
Yeah. And I went out to see if I could see that string of stars that she was talking about. And I spotted the moon. I said, well, shoot, it's all the way back over here again where it came from. And it was up in the sky. And in less than 5 minutes, it went from where it was down below the horizon and disappeared. I've never
Okay,
seen it do that before.
and forgive me. Michelle says the Ashtar ship was big. It had two lights on, but she said the size of it was much larger. So I think that was a mothership.
Yeah, it was. It was 2 lights. And that's what she was lining the moon up with. She said those 2 lights. And watch how it's getting closer to the lights, and it kept getting closer and closer and closer, and then the moon just faded out. It turned colors and disappeared.
Yeah, she's
I
been
don't know.
Honey McGrath.
Maybe the ship blocked the moon out. That's what
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
So let's see here. Honey McGrath says she's been going almost daily, which I do believe to be true, helping with the injured sea folk. That's why she hasn't been on live a lot because she's been taken on the ship almost constantly. Um, AJ said she said something about a mothership. Commander, it was April's ship. April's ship. It was probably one of the Ashtar ships, and probably her parents are on that ship. My parents are probably on that same ship.
She said
Uh,
that when they fired up CERN to open up that one portal, they actually opened up 7, and there was black matter and low vibe
yeah,
beings
yeah.
coming through. And those beings are a lot of the ones that's doing a lot of this harm under the water in the oceans with some weapon that they brought.
So what are they doing? Are they? Did you say they're stopping it?
They're stopping it. They're fighting. They're basically fighting these lower vibe ships that's coming in. She said I was under. She went to the ocean the other day, and she was down and seen all the sick mer babies and everything that was down there. And she said I was actually holding the hand of a little mer baby girl about 6 or 7 years old,
Oh
and
my
she
gosh,
died while it died while she was holding its hand
the
from
mer
everything
baby
that's
died.
going on down there. Yeah.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And
And
our just to,
it's all these new beings that's coming in. They're trying to bring in other things to stop this mass contact, is what she
well,
was
they're not.
saying.
Well, they're not going to do it. They're going to try, but I will just say this right now. Now that we have updated information, that that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I want to very clearly speak to the people of Earth right now on a very strong level. And I know April's doing some massive work. They've had her been doing a lot of work, and thank God she's able to translate stuff back here to everybody through this medium called TikTok. And we are working together, April and I, on a lot of levels here. One of the things I do want to mention, since this is a special broadcast, Nolan, April is friends with Fairies 1111. She is in Vermont. And I think, Papa Storth, you want to tell Nolan a little bit about April?
Well, she has been in contact with the space people since she was a young child. They rescued her when she was a child out of a car. They pulled everybody right through the windows, and um, I think they took her up in a ship while the family was still frozen outside the car.
Hmm.
She's had a lot of contact ever since she was a child with
Yeah.
these beings. A lot of contact,
And
and
then
like,
when, and then I would say also, and is that when I met April, we all met each other organically through TikTok. I
yeah,
met her last year as she was a guest on my show, and Friends with Furries. I said, "Oh, interesting. Let me bring her up." And I brought her up, and we talked, and then to find out that she went on a ship, and this is as organic and natural as it can be. She met her cosmic family. Now, there's a biological cosmic family that she has. Not gonna, because her father, I forgot her mother's name, but she has a family on board the ship. My family knows her family. If you're confused, I don't want to confuse anybody. My cosmic biological family is on that same ship. My mother's Luna, my father's Robar. I have a sister Tur, another sister, and a brother who are part of the Ashtar Command. I've been activated here, and I also want to state very clearly that at some point, and you've heard this already, you already know this, Papa Smurf, and many of you do. For many of you that are new here, I'm going to be a representation or representative when we take over every uh, TV station in the world. So, what does that mean? I want to explain this to you for people that don't know what's going on here. So April met with the major councils of the Ashtar Command. This is recently in the last month to bat for me to be the person that would speak when major contact happens. I would be the one before contact to speak to the whole planet because of my background. My background's in broadcasting. I have no ego. I've had my contact with my space family when I was a kid in the 60s. I've had numerous spaceship sightings, and I've been doing the mission work for a lot of years of my adult life. So they took a few days. They it was about 2 3 weeks ago or less than that. The council decided that I would be a good representation to be in front of a control board on a spaceship, speaking to the people of Earth. There's going to be four Ashtar people that they're selecting that will be behind me, and I will be in some sort of a control panel on the ship that will broadcast all over the planet, meaning it will take over every TV station. What's going on right now, the battle that's going on with these things with CERN, that the government purposely did this to try to stop contact. There are people on our planet that want to try to stop contact from happening. They want to try to stop the contact of the human race, the people that are not involved in the serious things like CERN and all that. They want to try to bring all this other negative ET stuff in to try to stop the contact. So because then when you have to deal with what they're doing in the oceans to the mer people and some of the space people living in the oceans, that they're trying to divert the attentions from contact for all this stuff other than contact, having to deal with this now, right? So the CERN has to be stopped.
yeah,
April Nolan is a contactee. You know what a contactee is, Nolan? A contactee is someone who has positive contact with space people. That's a contactee. She's a contactee. I'm a contactee. I work with the Ashtar Command. If you don't know what that is like the United Nations of Galactic Families of Light from all over the multiverse, and they've been here for eons and eons of time. Contact is supposed to happen within a year and a half on our planet, for the whole planet. The whole planet's supposed to be contacted. There are negative beings that the government's working with to try to stop it. They're trying to stop it to make it not happen. And essentially a battle going on. Now, it's not like an Earth-based battle where you have tanks and all that. It's way different. It's definitely a battle between these negative ETs that are brought in to do nefarious things in our oceans against the star people that are living in the oceans and our seas. and the Ashtar Command is coming in, and they are having to stop them. They will stop them. They've used nuclear radiation in the oceans, these beings, and they're trying to harm those people that live in the oceans, and it's not going to be allowed. There's no way.
Yeah, she was saying that when the eclipse happened, they shot that. I think it was CERN. They shot
Yeah,
a ray at the eclipse to open up a uh, portal,
yeah,
and instead of just opening one, they opened seven, and
and
that's
then
why. And all of these things are coming through now.
yeah, and the command will stop it, and they'll close it up. What we need to do, the command needs to do, and they're watching me. They need to destroy CERN. They need to destroy that technology, and those people, the scientists, need to be confronted. And I know they can hear me, and they're watching my show here on the ship. I think the directive now is to go after CERN's technology and shut it down, just like you would shut down a nuclear facility. It needs to be shut down. The CERN needs to be shut down completely. It needs to be dismantled completely. But before it's
Yeah,
dismantled, they need to close the portals that have been opened by CERN and not allow any more negative ETs to try to come into the planet.
Commander, you're getting a lot of people saying to please boot Angel of God. He's saying a lot of negative stuff.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, even Ashley came on and said it.
I'm gonna block that angel of God right now. I was knowing what they were doing was kind of egotistical and negative.
I would have done it if
Uh,
I was a moderator for you, but
no, I took that person out. Let me see here.
okay. Yeah, there's a few people that kind of said stuff.
Yeah, I just took them out. Let me see if they're still here. They won't be here anymore. Not on
Okay,
this
good.
show.
No, we don't need that.
Yeah, we took him out. He's no longer there.
Good.
Thank you, everybody. For I was so focused on my thoughts here. Yeah. So yeah. So what's going on is our friend April has been just taken off planet again. I don't know how many times now, but definitely in the 30s area, in the mid 30s, um, and she's doing work now.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say, this is very important because I am doing what I'm supposed to do here. I am ready to go on the ship with them to help do the work to save those people in the oceans. And I am ready to do that. I feel very like I need to be there to also help with them. And I'd like to help them, but they have to realize that I am ready to do that. Uh, if they want to take me on the ship, I'm ready to go and get on the spacesuit, go into the ocean, and help them with the work that needs to be done. And it's a shame. So one of the little mer people died because of what these negative
Yeah.
ETs did in the ocean.
That
You
was the
know?
other night. April was telling that she was gone about 50 minutes around 3 in the morning. Her daughter woke up and she didn't have anything to drink. So April has a small refrigerator in her room, and the daughter went in her room to get a drink, and the mother wasn't there. She said she was gone about 50 minutes, and she said she got scared at first because she didn't know where she was, and she
Hmm.
said she was telling us tonight on the live because she let the daughter speak, and she said I sat on the couch and I waited, and she said about 50 minutes later she seen a flash come out of the bedroom, and she got up and looked, and her mom was back.
Yeah, that's the way it works. That's called a rift. As we've learned, it's called a rift, folks. If you don't know what a rift is, it's an opening. It's an opening. They break down the molecular structure of the wall, and it's an opening. Let me hold on a
Yeah, it's
second.
like a rip in time and space.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a rip in time and space, and it's like an opening. And so it's really important for people. So this is why this night is so important. I knew when I was on at 11, before 11 o'clock, I was watching the ship starting to appear, and then I knew I had to get on live. that I knew that something was up. I knew that April was going to be taken off planet tonight. I just knew it. You know, I knew all this week that she's been taken off planet. They've been really doing a lot of work in the oceans to try to stop what's been going on.
Yeah, they
And,
have.
you know, we're going to get April live on this show. I don't even care if it's not a contact night, but I will definitely talk to her because we need to let people know what's happening, what's going on, what our government's been trying to do to stop contact. And they are trying to stop it. It's just not going to be successful. They spent 70 years lying to the people on this planet about life on other worlds beyond Earth. They've lied for over 70 years, people. 70 years. You know,
Yep.
I am so amped up tonight. You know, I'm in my Ashtar Command mode here. Like I said, I'm willing to unconditionally, if April can convince them on the ship, I will go off planet and I will do whatever they want me to do to help save those people that are sick. I'm unconditionally ready to do it. I know they can hear me on the ship because they're watching the show.
Yeah.
They should have been, you know, my perspective is bring us now, bring the rest, actually bring the five of us, Chesno, myself, Kit Kat, and Johnny. Let us all go up on the ship together and help. Let us all go. I don't know why they're waiting to do. They don't have to wait to bring us up. We're ready. We're totally ready to assist on the ship in the oceans, wherever they want to take us. We will do whatever we need to do and learn to do it, and we can help. You know, because what they're doing now with this CERN, what they did, and people noticed it during that eclipse. They did do something. You know, people all over the place, people that are conscious said there's something different. Something happened. And that's exactly what they did. They used the
Yeah.
eclipse to open the CERN thing, and they opened up all these portals that'll let all these lower vibrational beings come in to cause problems on our planet. You know, they said the government talks about disclosure, talks about they're going to have disclosure, right? They're going to have this disclosure when indeed all they want to do is stop the contact from happening. That is the divine right of every single human being on this planet that's not involved in all this other garbage. Right?
That's right.
Everyone
Yeah.
deserves contact.
Our
Every
electric
single
was off.
person.
Our electric was off here for a little while tonight, and I was sitting outside with my friend on the bench that he has, and we were talking about UFOs and stuff because he doesn't really believe in this. And I was
Hmm.
telling him about they had 70 years to do this, and the government picked the wrong ones, because they wanted that technology instead of going with the other ones. And then he was telling me a story. He said, "Well, I don't really believe in all this," but he said, "I just seen on the news where they reported seeing two cubes coming out of the sky, and they beamed two people up, and then they just vanished." And
The
I'm wondering
cubes.
if maybe, yeah, two cube-shaped ships, kind of like, oh God, what is it on Star Trek?
Yeah.
Those cube-shaped ships. They said
Yeah.
they were shaped just like a cube. They came down. They beamed two people up. They're still missing, and I'm wondering if maybe those are some of the new lower vibrations because I've never heard of cube-shaped
Yeah.
ships before.
Well, I know April's back because she's. I see her popped in. I'm gonna let her get settled a bit because she just came off the ship. But April can come up as soon as she's ready. There's a lot to talk about here, folks.
Yeah,
I
the
know there's
board.
been. I'm very tuned
Uh,
in. As April knows, I'm very tuned in with her, and she's tuned in with me on a lot of levels. I know when she's going off planet. It's just one of those things. Naturally, I know, and she's been working a lot off planet, and it's really serious what's going on. What these negative VTs with the CERN project have done, and they're trying to stop contact, and it's just not going to work. Whatever they're going to do, if they think having done what they've done with these portals is going to stop contact, the portals will be closed. those can be sealed. They're not going to stop contact. You know, it's just not going to happen. We can't let it happen. We're not going to let it happen. Let me just see here. I know that, so I know she's just got back. She's on my list of people watching the show, so she must have been taken off the planet for a very short period.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she has to readjust to her environment in the house. And good evening, April, if you can hear me. Let's see, is she... Okay. So when she's ready, if she's able to come up, we're going to let her come up here and join us on Ashtar Command Contact Night. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. Let's see here. And good morning to everybody. Welcome to our special show. We're glad to have you with us. And unless she's still off planet, I don't think she is. I think she is here. It shows that she is watching the show, unless I'm going nuts. Commander, it's happening now. You can bring oil. You can bring what?
You can bring oil.
And I think she meant I can bring her up. Okay, I just invited April up. Okay, I'm trying to bring April up. Okay.
There we go.
There's my sister.
There we go.
I'll tell you, this world is weird. We'll get her up here. The TikTok thing has to straighten itself out. I'm going to let it do its thing.
She's on my phone. It shows her box.
No, she's here.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Now she disappeared again.
I'm going to, we're going to make this happen. I'm going to do it again. Ashtar Command, please get April on here and make sure there's no problems on TikTok. I'm asking my space family to help us out here, please. We're going to definitely get her on here, folks. I promise we'll do this.
Seems like there's more and more weird stuff going on here.
Well, I've invited her up, so now I'm just waiting. TikTok is being really weird tonight, and it says I invited her, so now I've got to wait for the acceptance, which I'm sure she's done, to get up here. We have a lot to talk about. I would ask my space family to help April's phone get up on here. Thank you for the hat. I know they're listening, they're watching the show. She needs a little bit of technical help because TikTok's saying it's a little bit weird tonight. Okay, let's see if I can do this here. I just invited her up. Okay, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to start again. I canceled the invitation. Oh, wait a minute. Where's April? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, here she is. I'm bringing her up again. I just pressed the invite button. So if I'm going to bring it down, I'm going to see if I can, see if I can get her up.
All right.
I'll just bring it down. Thank you for coming up here. I'm going to try to bring April up here. Okay, here's Cliff. Where's April? Okay, we're going to bring April back in here. Okay. I just sent her a request to come on here. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to bring her up here, folks. I lost her. Hmm. Okay, I don't see her in my live anymore. So what happened here? I'm going to send her another invite. I don't know. TikTok's a little bit weird. I'm sharing the live with April to try to see what happened with the. She was in here for like a minute or two. I'm trying to get her back in here. No, she wanted to come up. There was something going on with the TikTok. She came up and then we lost her. And welcome to our show. Oh, we hit over 100,000. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. Sometimes it's be like, oh, she's here. I think we're good.
My internet has been very wonky tonight.
Hey, good evening, sister, by the way, or good morning.
I am so sorry. I was having a whole conversation and I didn't realize I was frozen.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us.
So let me get back to what I was saying. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
So the meeting was about so earlier tonight I was standing out here with my daughter and we watched like 9 stars straighten up and it looked like a runway was being made. It wasn't a runway, it was a mothership. And it seemed like the whole command was up there. Your parents were up there, my parents were up there, the whole committee was up there. Jesus is basically parked over my property right now. And so there are 2 motherships that are out here, one that is above where the space station mountain is at, and then one that is on the other side of my property. They're huge. There was a big meeting that was happening about these low vibrational beings that are now on our planet. And if you guys don't know, when we had the solar eclipse, our government had had human beings gathering to create this chemical that they needed to open up. They needed specific things to happen to open up this portal for these beings to come through. The government obliged them by having human beings gather and create this chemical, which is why everybody was so emotional during the eclipse. And so these portals were opened. They got these ships to come through, and they immediately swung behind the sun and hid behind there until the coast was clear. Then the government brought them down and gave them a space to reside in up in Antarctica. They had the reptilians create them a space station down there, along with giving them quite a significant amount of land down there in trade for technology, which are those ray guns that they gave them the technology for that, which have devastated a lot of our ocean floors and made beings sick. And they also gave them this crazy holographic technology, guys, and that's what was going on. That's what happened with our moon tonight. That wasn't a real moon. That was their holographic technology that we just witnessed. We witnessed that right now on my live. The moon was there. It was like, it looked like a normal crescent moon. It turned bright red. It moved very quickly across the sky and then it just disappeared. While we were on live, this happened, and that was a hologram. So
That's terrible. I mean, I knew this thing's going on, and it's amazing that I was just saying before you came on that we're not going to let this happen. We're going to stop it.
Right. And so that's what's been going on. So I haven't been doing my regular lives because I've been off planet, guys. I've been off planet almost every single night. We have been using some reptilian spies to there are some good reptilians, guys. I do not agree with what the reptilians have been doing on our planet. And actually, there's been quite a few we have been finding out that do not agree with what a specific group of reptilians have been doing on our planet, but they have to follow suit. They have to basically do what they're told. And the ones that we have been transporting and gathering up in these nests have been taken off planet, and they are more than happy to go. They don't even want to be here. They don't want to be doing any of this. They would rather be at home with their families and doing what they do on their planet and not be here doing all this nonsense. And so we have some good reptilians that have been acting as spies for the command and have been finding out where these nests are at, and we have been closing these nests down pretty frequently now. We've been on top of it. On the meeting that I just went to was about these darker entities. We were able to get those ray guns that they are using that create this poisonous light. And so we were able to get most of them. I believe there was a few that might have gotten away, but the rest of them I know that they've gotten.
Yeah.
So there's not much more of a threat there. These guys are doing a last ditch effort to try to stop big contact from happening. They're doing the most to try to control us, and it's just they're just losing the fight. There's too many of them now. As I was on my live earlier, there was portals being opened by the Bigfoots, and several ships came through while I was doing my live. There are more and more good space beings coming through every single day, guys. And there are more. The good is way far outweighing the bad right now. They just simply don't have a choice anymore. They are trying everything they can, including bringing new species to our planet to try to stop big contact from happening. And it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
And I would say, before you were live with me, I said I'm ready to go on the journey, and they could just take me on the ship now to help with healing and whatever they need me to do. I think you're doing a lot of work with them, and I think it's a lot of work you're doing. And I think to have some of your friends like me, with our parents, I can still do my media stuff. But if they need me, I'm ready to go and help. I really will help.
Yeah, I know they're aware. They're aware that you want to help.
Because of what I know, and when you shared, it makes me feel like this should never have happened. What has been done.
Yeah, it absolutely should not have happened. This is how sneaky that our government has been being. They have been so active on my property. The last few nights, there have been low vibrational beings stalking my property. I've actually got them on film, stalking my property, and the Bigfoots and fairies actually took care of them. They opened up a portal and got this being off my land. He wasn't on my land. He was like on the outskirts. He couldn't get on my land. They weren't having it. They went right after him. The fairies just, did everything they could, and then the Bigfoots opened a portal and pushed this thing through it and got it out of here. But these beings, these new beings, guys, people were asking me what they look like. They look like a maybe 6.5 foot, 7 foot tall, very wide, very square based looking beings, gray like a rock color, bald. I haven't seen any of them with hair. They like have bald chiseled heads. Their heads look smaller than the rest of their bodies do. And they wear dark clothing, like dark suits, but these beings are thick. They're really thick. They look like Uncle Fester. They look like a big version of Uncle Fester, but with gray skin, is what they look like. It's the best way I can describe them. They are not pretty at all, but they are highly technically advanced. But like I said, the Ashtar Command has just been like right on top of it. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but Johnny has been being astro projected down to Atlantis at least a couple of times a week. They have been utilizing his medical skills down there, and he has been it's like I was saying before. It's been all hands on deck. With the healing of this ocean beings and the not just beings but our own ocean creatures. They've been down there just trying to do the most that they can to try to heal. I mean, it's like every single medical person that has any kind of medical healing skills or anything has been being called down there. And because they've had them going mainly to Atlantis though, because they have the best hospitals there down there. The cities around there and Atlantis itself has like the best technology for healing and the best healers down there. So that's where they've been sending them. The Anunnaki have been down there, and they've been down there quite a bit, helping out with the healing and stuff. So this has been good. Like we've with everybody that's here on planet now, and they've also been bringing through like the ones that came through the portals tonight were actually medical personnel, is what I was told tonight.
Oh, good.
So they're bringing more medical personnel down to help out because there was a lot of devastation done down there. So those were the ones that they chose to bring through this time was medical personnel. They called them and they came. So that's what's going on. That's what the meeting was about.
And April, do you see, are they able to help many of those that were affected in the oceans to heal them?
I actually, I was talking about it on my live, which is why I was so heated the other night. I actually, I didn't want to talk about it at first, but I guess I kind of have to. I sat with a young mer person. She was about the same age as my granddaughter, and she actually didn't make it. And I sat with her, and I was holding her little hand, and she didn't make it, and that was really hard for me. It was really hard for me, and it made me. I was so pissed that this happened. It was like I felt like to me, it's like sitting with this young person was like sitting with my own grandchild, and I watched this person lose their life because of what our government is doing down there, and I just it was devastating to me, and I couldn't even imagine. This wasn't even my child. I couldn't even imagine, what this child's parents were feeling, watching all this happen. And I was seeing there was so many of them that were down there sick. There was just beds and beds and beds of them that were down there sick, and this one didn't make it, and it was horrible, and I'm not happy, and I'm super heated now. I'm like the commander says, I'm revved up now. It's like the good fight is on. I'm not backing down, and I'm gonna be there as much as they need me to be, which is like I said, why I haven't been doing my lives the last few nights, and why I kind of felt like it was a little important that I kind of stayed on my live tonight. I really needed to tell people what was happening, because I really needed just to get it out, because it's hard watching something like that happen, and it's hard watching the devastation that they did underneath the ocean surface. It's not okay, guys. Like, they did so much down there, so much damage, and now they're down there trying to clean up the mess. They're replanting stuff and trying to heal the sick, and they're calling on more beings to come from other planets to come in and help heal. And anybody that has any medical, like you said, any medical experience is being called upon right now. Whether it being astro projected or however they're calling them, like Johnny's a big deal. Johnny is a very, very big deal as far as healers go. So they definitely have been calling him a lot lately. He hasn't really talked about it because he gets a little embarrassed that he thinks people aren't going to believe him. But I know, because I've seen him. I've seen his astral projected body down there with them, working with them. So.
And one person's asking us, April, what are mer people?
Oh, they're mermaids. Mermaids
Yeah,
are space beings that have been on our planets for thousands of years. They live down in, some of them live, you know, like in their own places, but they live in our underwater cities, guys. We have underwater cities, several of them. We have 7 major space stations that are underneath our ocean surface, and there are several smaller cities that are all over the place down there. They're cloaked as to not be discovered by humans until humans are ready for contact. But when contact happens, these cities are going to be uncloaked.
yeah,
Yeah,
essentially.
essentially.
And
And
and I know
and
I'm
I know I'm
echoing, but
echoing,
that's
but
just
that's
it's just that's the
that's
phone
the
that
phone
they
that they
hear us
hear us
communicating,
communicating.
I guess. But
But
so that's
so
what
that's
that's
what
the mer
the mer
people
people
are
are
part of our
part of our
space
space
family,
family,
and they're in
and
the
they're in the
oceans and they
oceans
live
and they
there.
live there.
They have their
They have their
homes there
homes there
too.
too.
Yes.
So
So
this has
this is
devastated me
devastated
too.
me
Like
too. Like
for
for
April,
April,
for
for
me,
me,
it's like
it's
as
like
soon as
as
I
soon as
know
I
this
know
is
this is
happening,
happening,
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
they
they
want to
want to
try to
try to
stop what's
stop
going
what's
on
going on
with contact.
with contact.
You
Now
got to
the other
Now
think.
thing
the other
on,
thing on,
It's like us
go ahead.
five.
go ahead.
It's like you guys have to think of a wow. Hang on just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, where is it? Hang on. Oh God! Of course, I can't get it to come in. There is a ship that is glowing up the mountain over here right now, coming in.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to go. Oh God, never mind. I'm sorry, I can't get it to come in. This camera's so small. Sorry about that.
April, are you able to
April,
go
are
on
you
the
able to go on
screen or?
screen or?
That's what I was trying to do, but
Oh, you're trying to do it.
it dissipated already. I was trying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I messed it up. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to get it to come in. There's hold on. Oh, I know what I did. I forgot to save it. Stupid. Hang
Oh yeah, you
on.
gotta
Oh, yeah,
put
you got to
save
press
to go
save
on
to go on the
the live. Yeah.
live. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, I was trying to get it to save, but hang on. It just blew up that whole mountain here. Oh, let me see if I get it to come in. Whoa.
There's a
There's
light
a
coming
light
in.
coming in.
I'm trying to see if I can get it to come in. Where is it? It's like right there. Why isn't it coming in? There are 2 ships that are floating above my town right now, and right in between them, a big like square just lit up, and I can't get it to come. That's my town, guys. It's really small, but a bit like it lit everything up right now.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It didn't come in. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. I messed
No,
it
it's
up.
okay.
I thought I hit
Well,
the
they
thing.
well, they can hear us.
Can hear
So
us.
if there's
So if there's
on the ships,
on the
can you
ship,
come in
can
a
you
little
come in a
bit?
little
The
bit?
ships,
The
can you
ships,
come
can
in
you come in
closer?
closer?
They've been sitting, hovering above my town for a couple of days now. There's those ones, and then there's. The screen is so small; it's so hard to see them.
Let me see if I
I don't
can.
want
Let me
to.
see if I can.
Well, if I make you big, let
Well,
me
if I
see if
make you
that
big, let me see
that
if
won't make any difference because I
that won't
think
make
the
any difference
screen's.
because I think the screen's.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about it. But something just ran in front of my screen. I don't know if you saw that shadow.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
fairy.
Yeah.
But the watchers have been out here. The watchers have been out here very, very active tonight. I couldn't figure out what was going on with them, because this one kept circling over where those lights straightened out. Like they were like flying all over, like circling that area. And I got them to come up on camera. Usually she'll blank out my camera because she don't want to be seen, the female one of the watchers. And she was and guys, the watchers are these angelic high vibrational beings that have been there's 4 of them that are posted up my property at all 4 corners. They don't need spaceships. They can free float through the atmosphere, and they have a pyramid ship that has been parked over my woods for months and months and months now. And they have been watching me. Essentially, they said I was meant for something more. They have had contact with me twice now, and these are like 15-foot tall beings. They're huge, but they look like giant angels. And they they have been like they have been protecting me. They actually saved me. There's one that's right here, but it's not coming in for some reason. But there was they actually pulled me from a car accident that me and my daughter had about 2 weeks ago. We had a pretty horrific car accident, and we really shouldn't have survived that accident. But they pulled us from the car before the accident actually happened. I mean, before we hit. And we were supposed to hit this fuel oil tank, and they stopped the car like an inch before it hit it, and pulled us from the vehicle. Me and my daughter were both pulled, and then when we stopped, when the car stopped, we were not in our seatbelts, which we previously had our seatbelts on, and we were both facing different directions in the vehicle when they put us back in the car. It was pretty amazing stuff. But these guys have been out here just intently protecting us and watching me. And I think they said, but
And that's not only did they protect the watchers protect you. Thank goodness, I mean,
yeah, like we shouldn't have survived. My car was totaled.
Yeah. I remember that too.
Thank you guys. And then so last night, my daughter, and I'm gonna post a video. My daughter called me because she was on her way home, and the radio cut out on her. And Azriela, my mom, came across the radio and was talking to my daughter last night through the car radio, and she called me on video phone. She's like, "Mom," she goes, "You got to hear this, Mom. You got to hear this." And so I'm listening, and so I got her recorded, and you can hear her. My daughter say, "Are you up there? Are you protecting me?" And you can clearly hear, and it sounds exactly like how it comes across my phone. You can clearly hear a female's voice say yes. I asked her to call out a couple of names, and it answered to my mom and your sister were together. And so they were calling my daughter, and they kept telling her that she needed to look up, and there was a small ship that was following alongside of her car. And I got all this on video because she was like, she called me on a video call while she was driving, and she slowed her car way down because there was nobody on the road. But she slowed her car way down. She's like, "Mom, you got to hear this." And she's like pointing the phone out the window, and you could see a ship following her. You can also hear the voices come across her radio talking to her, answering her questions.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And my sister was with your mother.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep, they were both together, and they said that they were protecting her. I didn't understand why, but now, when all this happened, I understood why. After that low vibrational being was trying to infiltrate my property, and then all this like weird stuff has been going on, and then that projection happened with the moon. There's been like a lot of weird stuff that's been going on down here. So they are very well aware of me at this point. So I am just glad that our space family and the Ashtar Command has been actively protecting not just me but my family as well, which brings me to my next thing that I needed to talk to you about, is that the Ashtar Command is going to be posting more guards at your home, and more guards around your place. Same thing for Kit Kat and Johnny and Chesno. They're going to be posting more protection for you guys. They need this to happen because the five of us are very, very important. Out of all the groups of five, our group is the most important according to them. So they need us to be protected and looked after while we are in our human form. And this is what they told me. So this is the message I needed to pass on to you guys.
And I appreciate that. I do we have any idea when I'm supposed to be? And I'm sure they'll let you know this. But I
When the
mentally
group
ready.
when the group
for-
is going
for-
up, no, I have no idea. They won't tell me. That's not
Yeah,
something I'm privy to the information of. But when it happens, it'll happen. That's all I know.
What about
haven't-
what about the worldwide broadcasting taking over the transmitters?
I don't know anything more about any of that
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
I know
No,
nothing. Right now
I know
they're
that-
focused. Right now they're focused on healing the planet
Yeah,
and
yeah,
healing
of course.
what has been going on, and then battling with these
Oh,
dark
yeah.
entities that are trying to stop contact. Right now that's like the big thing.
Yeah. First and foremost. They got to take care of that.
That's been the topic of every conversation right now.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So
one hurdle that we didn't expect to happen, but we'll get through it.
When contact happens, you won't know. They will just. This is the way they do things. This is the way these guys roll. They never tell you nothing. They just show up, and they'll just come and get you. You won't even know. You'll be probably sitting on the toilet. No, I'm just kidding. You won't be sitting on the toilet. I made sure of that.
I won't be doing that.
That was my headache. You guys won't have to deal with it. I had to explain to them that that's the no place.
If they catch me in the bathroom, it'll be brushing my teeth.
I'm sure.
So I can give a nice smile.
I'm sure it will be. It's charming. It's the softest.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, I've explained to them because that's like I said, a conversation they never want to have with the space being again, because Gan really embarrassed me. He had to get all into it, and he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was embarrassing me, but he kept asking me, and I felt like I didn't know, because I'm thinking, oh, he doesn't know nothing about this. So I felt like I had to explain it all to him, and he's laughing at me the whole time. If you guys don't know, Anunnakis have a very sick sense of humor.
Wow. Now we do know. You know what? But the beautiful thing is, right here between April and me and our five, and all the beautiful people who are watching my show and watching April when she's live, what you're learning is that what we're doing here is real. Everything that's happening is real. And at the best place you can be right now is being when we're both live, when we're doing individual things, when I do the shows at night, in general. For example, I've been constantly helping people, sending ships over to people that have been abducted. I've been doing more of that on the show than anything else recently. I actually have to share a story. April, you'll love this. I was in I'm gonna put you on mute for a second. Just give me a minute. Let's see here. Okay. So I was, and I'll unmute you as well. I was in a crystal shop in my town today, and what happened, April, is this woman who I know, she was, working there. The other person was on vacation, one of the owners, and I just felt I had to go there. And we're talking. I showed you your video of the spaceship that I shared of the spaceship. She was like she was like tuned in, and I was like. And she's like, I don't, this planet's crazy and all that. And so I said, you know what? I don't know why, but I told her, I'm going to bring a spaceship about 20,000 feet or whatever it was over the shop, cloaked. And I did. I said, there's going to be 2 space people from the command that are going to be coming into the store. You're not going to see them. And I asked her, may I do this for you? So as I proceeded, there was maybe 3 customers in the store on another end of the store. And so they came. I said, one's going to touch your head and one's going to touch your neck. And so I had to do some deep breaths first and breathe out of her nostrils. And after I did that, April, what she did was, I want you to tell me when you feel the woman touching your head. And then she said, oh, yes. And then the other thing that happened, April, was that she verbally spoke, the woman spoke through her for a moment, or somehow translated telepathically to her in consciousness. And she verbally spoke, said, the woman that I was dealing with, she spoke in her own voice, but I think she was being telepathically communicated with. And it was the most beautiful thing. After we were done, I'd never done this before. Like I always do everything on here in a physical store with one person right there. We had 2 of the Ashtar people helping her. I've been doing a lot of this work in the last few weeks, or more than that, where I've been going and people have been having command people that are medical in their house, and we've been clearing their energy fields from Zeta, reptilians. It's been pretty amazing. So I wanted to share it with you. Now I'm going to mute the button here. Let's see here. I'm muting the button. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I've been aware. I've been watching. I've been keeping an eye on you as best I can. It's kind of hard when they're talking to me and I'm watching you on screens on the ship. Mind
Right.
you, we are watched on monitors on the
Yeah.
ships. They have like a wall of monitors that show different different people in our groups. They have specific Ashtar Command guards and protectors and whatnot that monitor every single movement of every single one of us are being watched at all times.
Yeah.
We're being monitored on their ships.
And now we have more people. They said just briefly, you said they're sending more protecting people from the ships with all of us.
The medical personnel that came, they're specifically here for the ocean devastation that's happening.
Right.
They're specifically here for that.
But you were mentioning about the protection. Let me
Oh
do this.
no!
Here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. I'm sorry. Yes, they are placing more protection for each and every one of us. That is including the other groups, but our group in particular, Commander. Our group is the first group. They consider us. They consider us the first, is what the way they keep referring to us. We are the first, and our group, because of what our mission is like, it's really really important. You know what our mission is, but
I know what it
our
is.
group does, but our mission is like one of the most important missions. That the every single group has a specific mission, but our group is the one that's got the most dangerous and most mission that of all the groups. So which is why we were chosen the way we were.
Now, Rita Sandler's saying, why are you watched so close?
Because we are a chosen group of 5. We are a special group. The Ashtar Command chose us before we were put into our human bodies, because we needed to come down to learn to live the human experience, so we best know how to serve humanity when big contact does happen. We are actually, all 5 of us are star seeds. We are not from this planet. We were placed into these human bodies so we could learn to live and act like human beings do, and learn to have the whole human experience, families and all that stuff. And after big contact does happen, we do have the choice to go back to our space bodies and live our space lives, or we can continue on with our lives down here on Earth. And thus far, as far as I know, out of the 5 of us, the commander and I have already made our choice, and we are coming back to the planet to finish living out our human existence down here, and then we'll go back up and finish our human our space lives. We'll continue on with that. Our bodies are in cryostasis right now, being held on a ship, along with thousands of other star seeds are placed on these ships. These are waiting ships. These are ships that are holding that are very heavily protected and moved every month. These ships are moved from and they're hidden off a dimension, so that the ships are not discovered and not hurt in any way, shape, or form, so that these bodies are protected, because our starseed selves are on these ships in cryostasis. And um, so right now, because of the work we have been doing, especially our group of five, the work we have all been doing, we are now being noticed by the government and by darker entities. I call them the low vibers. And now that the low vibers are aware of us, they have been sending um, beings out to stalk our properties, to stalk our lands. They have been, like, on my land alone, they have tried to. Oh, wow. A falling star just literally happened in front of me again. God, this is the third time in one night there's been a
I
falling
think I
star.
saw that.
One landed in the field, like right there. Like, hold on, let me show you these ships that are in my woods right there, right in front of this ship. This is a ship, guys, in my woods. Um, right in front of this ship, there's a field, and in front of this field, two stars, one right after another, fell in that area. I tried to find it, but the grass is really high. I couldn't find, it took me a couple days, and then we had rain, so I couldn't find what had landed out there. Two things landed. I heard the thump while I was on alive. That's a ship.
Yes, and that's a big ship too.
Oh yeah, they're posted all over my woods right now.
Does everybody see the ship? Oh, give me a second. Let me do this. Does everybody see the ship? I'm trying to unmute the microphone here. Hold on a minute. Oh, I'm trying to unmute.
I'm unmuted.
Oh, good.
But those three lights right there are at the bottom of my woods, and that is in my woods right now. That's on the right side. There's a longer ship that's on the other side. I just don't want to move because I don't want to lose connection.
No. Wow,
That's
beautiful.
in my woods right now. Those,
And because I'm just going to mute for a second. Let's see here. Because of the mission of what we're doing, because the government is aware of April and myself, Kit Kat, Chesno, and also of Johnny, because they're aware of us, you see, and because of what we're doing, it's a threat to their cover up. Basically, what we're doing, there's nobody on any platform. I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care if it's Facebook. I don't care if it's Instagram. I don't care whatever it is, or even whatever used to be Twitter. All these well-known UFO people, none of those UFO people that are high-profile people at these conferences have any idea about April, myself, and the group that we're with here. And what we're doing is something that is going to effectively change the planet. Meaning, what we're doing is we're going to be liberating the planet from where it is now. And what the government's trying to do is stop contact and stop us from doing what we're doing because we're successful in doing it. So they bring these negative ETs in to try to make people sick in the seas, all the space people that are living in the oceans. They're trying to do all that stuff to divert our attention away from having the ability to have contact with people, having that contact. But they're not going to succeed. And we will be, honestly, April will be, because she's on the ship a lot, we're very transparent. And we want you to know the truth. And we want you to know what the government's doing with these negative ETs. Yeah, it started all the way back with Eisenhower making a choice to letting us, negative ETs abduct human beings when I was a kid in the 60s. And many of you might not have been born in the 60s, but that's when all that stuff was going on, even before that. And, they're basically afraid of us. They're afraid of April. They're afraid of me. They're afraid of us. And they're afraid of what we're doing because we're not afraid of what we're doing. Because no matter what ETs they have to try to, spy on our properties, we are protected by the Ashtar Command. We have Ashtar Commands protecting our homes that are here. They're not going to, the Ashtar Command that are here in our homes, that are now doubling the amount of space people in our houses, they are protecting us. And that protection is also going to allow us to continue our work to do what we're doing here on these broadcasts. I'm going to switch it over to April. April, you can unmute your mic. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, guys, they can't stop it. They can't stop what's going on. So this is why the Ashtar Command feels it's important to place extra protection on with the five of us. Like I said, they have been calling on Johnny regularly for his medical skills. Kit Kat, believe it or not, like when I was on the ship the other night, or I'm sorry, not on a ship, but in Atlantis the other night. We had stopped by. We were having a conversation like they had some of the low vibrational beings down there and they were questioning them. They had a port down there and they were questioning these reptilians, and the reptilians were just singing like birds. They didn't care. They didn't want to be here anymore. They wanted to leave. So they were just telling us whatever we wanted to know. While they were questioning them, I was standing off to the side with a group of guards, and Kit Kat's name got brought up, and I don't remember how it got brought up, but one of them was saying that Kit Kat had actually done his formal training, and then they went on to talk about how Kit Kat's famous across the universe. Like it's not even a joke, like how famous she is with her fighting skills. And if you guys don't know what a Mikey is, Mikey is a rainbow orb protector who are placed. Each one of us have one. I have Lily and Mikey that are posted out in my mountains, and I'm trying to see if I can see them. I can't really see them right now. The trees are getting really big, but they were talking about they were talking about, they're called protectors, the rainbow orbs, and so Kit Kat is present when they are born, and she does all their training, and she trains them to do the protecting that they do, and these are living star beings, and this is how famous that Kit Kat is over the
Wow.
universe, and not just for her fighting skills, but for her training skills. She's very sought after across the universe for her teaching techniques. It's pretty amazing. Like this, our group of five we're pretty special. Right across the board for each and every one of our specific skills. I didn't realize like how important that our group was off planet. Like we are all of us, even Chesno with his technical advancements. I mean, he is just some kind of like brainiac up there. That they talk about his inventions like it's not like, I mean, he has invented so many different things, it's not even funny. Like I can't even like talk about them all. But he, it's like each and every one of us brings something special to the table, our group of five. And I am just learning over these last couple of months like how important that we really are to to contact taking place. Um, I'm thrown back by how important everything is, like, which is why, like, when they chose, like, when I talked to them about you doing the communications for when contact does happens, for you doing that broadcast, they were like, they were all about it, because they are very impressed with the way that you have been handling yourself on planet with, like, your show, for instance. And they broadcast your show every night. It's like everywhere. It's like everywhere in their ships. They broadcast your show, and everybody intently listens, like, like they're watching some grand soap opera. It's kind of funny, because, like, you walk down the halls and these screens just appear as you're walking down the halls, and there's your show going on
And
all
they're
the way
watching
down
me,
the hall.
and there's probably hundreds of thousands of space people watching the show.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And they can see me right now, so hello. And you only thought you were on TikTok.
No. You guys just, and they can read your guys' comments, so.
Yeah, they read
the comments.
I often,
They
like,
see it.
if I can get Bluey to come in. Bluey is an orb shaped ship, and he is driven by one of the protectors that are in my woods. And Anthony is the driver of that ship. Anthony will oftentimes answer questions by blowing up his ship or sticking his arm out and waving it to a yes. Sometimes they'll broadcast across my phone. I'm not on that phone right now. I chose to be on the one with the better camera because I'm outside.
Yeah.
But they oftentimes use my phone to talk through, and they will answer questions. They're not used to using their voices. They're still working on it because they're used to communicating telepathically. But for them to use their voices, sometimes they get a little long and drawn out when they speak. So it'll be like, yes, or, because they're still learning how to re-talk. Yes. It's funny to hear them talk sometimes. They'll be like, hey, bro. It's like long, hey, bro.
Unbelievable.
It's true though.
And we are in. We are in. I'm just gonna. April, just mute for a minute. Okay, good. We're in such a amazing place with all the things that are going on. All of you who are watching this show, who've been watching my encounter show from the day I met April, and first time she was on the show, and then I met Kit Kat and all the people, Chesno and Johnny, and many of you. Obviously, many of you have all become on this show. Many of you are friends of both of us. Many of you have now over all this time, you realized, even if you were skeptical of what was happening, you now know it's true. You now fully know it's true. You know what we're doing is real. You know the mission we're doing is real. And all the monitoring systems on our ships, they're watching the show. Thousands and thousands of space people are watching this show right now. And they love the show. Beyond the fact they love the show, they're watching it. They can, like April said, they can read your comments. And sometimes they'll actually try to speak on April's phone, and they'll talk like, I understand your question. It's like a whisper, because they are mostly our space family's telepathic. They aren't verbal. Now, my sister, the younger generation, my sister Tur, she can speak like I'm speaking, but the older generation is still very telepathic. I'm going to switch it back over to April.
Yes, they can speak. They speak actually very well. It's the older ones that, they've gotten a little lazy with the language. I told my dad, I said, "You a lazy talker?" And he just looked at me like, "What?" But they're getting better. They're getting better. They are. But they're so used to telepathically speaking to each other. It's like it's nothing to them to speak like that, you know. But to actually use their voices, it's a little bit different. They're still, you know, learning how to do that. So sometimes when they speak, they're a little drawn out on the words that they say. It sounds kind of creepy sometimes, especially if they're coming over like your phone or something. It sounds kind of creepy, but you know
And they
it's
can
them.
sound like, and it's just like, oh, April,
I know.
I'm your father. I'm coming to get you soon.
I know. They just yell at me telepathically now. I feel like they're just like, we're coming. It's like, okay. Yeah, they literally stopped dead in front of me during my live and were like blinking. I felt like they were just like flashing their headlights at me, like, we're coming,
Yeah.
we're coming. And I'm just like, okay. I put a thumbs up in the air like they could really see that. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. My name is April. Your ship is here. I got my thumbs up. I'm hitchhiking into the galaxy.
Imagine that with the like headlights flashing at you, like, we're here.
Yeah.
And they were literally sitting there doing that. And I'm like, really? Like, they came in dead stopped and they're flashing their lights at me. And I'm like, okay. I could hear them like yelling at me, you need to come, you need to come, they kept repeating it. And I'm like, okay.
I think I get it already, Dad.
I know, right? But they like repeat it like I can't hear them the first 5 times they said it.
Yeah, it's like we are the new guardians of the galaxy.
That's what we are. That's
We are the
really
guardians
what
of the
we
galaxy.
are. We're the guardians of the earth.
It is kind of funny, but it's true. Guardians of the galaxy. The Ashtar Command. We are guardians of the galaxy.
Well, I think we're guardians of the earth. Well,
Yeah,
some
we
of
are.
them.
We're guardians of the earth.
Yeah.
We are. We're good guardians.
Yes. There has
You know.
been some strange stuff happening out. You know, the other night there was this big red translucent square ship. It looked almost like like a like a building. Like it was a big, like bright red building, translucent, like you could see through it, that just appeared. And then it was gone. And then the moon does this holographic thing that keeps happening out here. So it looks like it's a normal whatever moon, and then all of a sudden it turns this blood red, and then like takes off and then disappears. And there's just been so many crazy things happening out here. But tonight these ships coming through were really important. And I'm really glad that they're here. There was like probably 3 or 4 of them that came through the mountain, and then went down into the mountain. Like I watched them do that. I was trying to show people on camera, but of course, you know, it's a little too far away. It's really dark. So I couldn't show them. But like right now, probably about 200 feet above my trees, there is a watcher sitting right there, and I can't get her to come in.
Yeah.
I'm pointing the phone right at her, and
Wow.
she just refuses to be. When she knows I'm filming, she absolutely will not be shown. But I can show you these.
Yeah.
These. I can't show you that. Can't see it.
You know,
April,
right. You want to go on my radio show tomorrow?
Possibly.
Yeah, I'd love to have you on the show.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
You got to send me the phone number again, because you know my memory.
I'll send it to you.
I got my old lady memory.
So I'm going to have this person named April, who I just met, just kidding, on my show. She's from another world, and she's going to be my guest. And she's going to be speaking to me on a cell phone on a spaceship. Now, and so now we're gonna have April on tomorrow morning. I'm on at 11:30 a.m. I'm gonna send her the phone number, and our radio audience can get to hear the story, and I'll also be broadcasting live on TikTok. There you go. That's your. What are we looking at, April? That's
these are my yard lights. Oftentimes the fairies, when I ask, will run back and forth across, and you can see their shadows like running back and forth. They just do it. If I ask them to. I was hoping that they were just going to do it without me having to ask them to. But,
Right. Well, maybe if the commander has
hold
some.
on.
Well,
Can
maybe
you,
if the commander has some. Can you,
the fairies, can you run back
the
and forth
fairies,
over
can
the
you
screen?
run back and forth over the screen?
Can you guys show me how fast your shoes can go? Can you do it for TikTok? They love TikTok. Hang on, let me get a little. I'm trying not to get too close because I don't want people to think it's me. Can you run back and forth real quick and show TikTok how fast you are? You can do it. You gotta watch around the edges because they will do it. They're really fast. Sometimes they'll just keep circling it. It's usually a younger male elf that comes out here and does it. His mom usually is sitting around this area watching them. They love these lights. But let me see if I can get them to do it. Can you run back and forth real quick and show me your shoes? Come on, you could do it. You gonna show TikTok how smart you are? Hang on, guys. Give them a minute. You gonna show TikTok how smart you are? I haven't seen him too active tonight. Usually they're out here running around all crazy. As soon as I get home from work, they're running around.
Yeah, it seems like they're quiet.
Yeah, it seems like they're quiet.
I'll just hold the phone on them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute this though, just so
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
not
so
echoing.
she's doing that. Definitely, I would say also to our space command, if you can come in and show some of the ships on the screen, as they're watching our show, can you show one of the ships that's near the mountains in another minute or so? So I'm just requesting that for our audience. We have 250 people on Earth watching the show right now. And if you can show us your ship, one of the ships that's in the mountain area, we'd love to let people know you're there. We have a lot of people here who are looking at the skylight as April goes towards the mountain. You can just give us some sort of a light or brightness to your ship, one of our ships at the command for people to see. That would be beautiful. And this is CmdrAleon speaking, requesting that from our space family. Okay, let's see. So I don't know. We're looking at, if that's ground level light from another house. I'm not sure what we're
I'm
looking
not sure
at.
what we're looking at.
Nope, that's in my woods.
Oh, wow.
That's a whole different deal. That's in my woods.
Did that just
Did that
appear
just
now?
appear now?
Yes. When you were asking,
That's
it
one.
showed.
That's one.
It's
That's one
right
of our
above the
That's one of
tree
our
line.
Ashtar Command ships.
It's right above the tree line. Because over here, hold on, let me move over. Hang on, give me a second here. Over. No, I can't see. Oh, they shut the light out. Huh. Well, they moved. They shut the lights off on that ship because this one showed up.
Oh,
That's right
okay.
above the tree line. That just
Okay,
popped
so
up.
Okay, so
the ship
the ship
that is on
that
the
is
tree
on
line.
the
Let
tree
me
line. Let me
do
just
this for a
do
minute.
this for a minute.
The ship that just went on the tree line. I know you folks are watching me on that ship too with monitors. Can you come in brighter? Can you come in brighter on that Ashtar ship? Can you make yourself brighter where you are? Is it possible? Can you elevate the brightness or the radiance of your spaceship? Is there any way you can do that, please? This is your friend CmdrAleon here on planet Earth. Or could another ship come near your ship? Can we see one more ship join with you? One more ship, possibly? If not, that's okay too. What you're looking at, folks, is one of the Ashtar ships that appeared when I requested it. And that's happening right now. And that one ship, there was another ship, but the other ship disappeared, and the other ship appeared when I requested it. Can you get brighter? The people on that ship, whatever you do to make the ship vibrate brighter, can you bring yourselves into a brighter portion, or actually closer to the camera? Anyway, you can come closer with the ship to the camera from the mountain, the woods. Can you go brighter? You're fading out a little bit. Oh, I'm going to turn it over to April.
They're blinking their lights at you.
Oh, yeah. I see that. Oh, yeah, look at that. They're blinking.
They're blinking.
Yeah, they're blinking. And just let people know, that's our Ashtar family. That's one of our ships. And they're responding to my request. And they're watching us on the spaceship. Right now.
I don't know why they're backing up. You're telling me to get closer, they're backing up. I think you guys are in reverse, guys.
You're going the wrong way. Go the opposite. They're definitely going the wrong way. Now you're doing well. So they're blinking, they're going in and out with their light on their ship, and you're seeing them come. So when you come closer, don't go backwards, because if you go backwards in your ship, then you're not coming closer. So just look at it this way. To come closer, don't go backwards, go forwards. Now, from where you are in the air, yeah, come closer. Like, come closer to April's house. If you know where April's house is, which I know you do, come a little bit closer to April's house. This way you can get brighter, and everyone can see you a little bit more. I can see how bright you're getting. So when you're getting brighter, that means you're closer. So come closer. Whatever you're doing now, you're coming closer. You're getting brighter. Oh, there you are. I'm going to turn it over to April. That's beautiful.
Can you see this? See this weird fog that just...
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there was nothing. It hasn't rained out here today. There's been nothing. All of a sudden, there's this weird, creepy fog coming through. This is what I've been talking about. This is the weird stuff that has been happening out here. Like, this isn't normal.
No.
And it's like in a straight line. It's like something's blowing this thing here. This is what I keep saying. And this is the weird stuff that keeps happening on my mountain. I don't know what that is. That isn't normal. This is a clear, hot summer night. Where did that come from? You see this? It's like covering my tent. It's only over the town. Why?
Yeah, when you saw the town earlier, there was no fog over it.
No clouds, nothing. There was nothing. It's been a clear, beautiful, warm night. This is weird. It's only over the town too. Look at this. It just dead stops. Like, this is the town. It's only over the town.
Wow.
Why? Explain this stuff to me. I have no words because, and look at this is the weird stuff that keeps happening out here. I'm telling. That's why I keep saying, like, there's been some really, really weird activity happening out here. You're watching this. This just happened. Like, we watched the moon go from one end of the like mountain to the other within minutes, and then turn blood red, and then just disappear.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know. I don't know what this is. I know I don't like it. I don't like the way this is feeling out here.
No,
It's weird.
no.
But
I would
I
ask
would
the
ask the
command
command
to
to check
that
that
out
out
and
and
get rid
get
of
rid
the
of the
fog
fog if it's something that's.
look at this. This is so strange. Like, oh, I wish you could see down here. I can't get it to zoom. I can't zoom on the live. I hate this. There's a Bigfoot standing right at the bottom of my hill. You can see him plain as day.
Really?
Yeah, he's like right there. You
Right
can't see him
there?
though.
Right there?
Can't see him. He's standing on the back end of a truck. He's watching this fog come in.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Like he's standing right. Oh God, I wish I had my other phone on me. Well, as soon as I get off the live with you, I'm gonna take a snapshot of him and I'll show you. Like he's standing on the back end of this truck. I heard the truck go like buckle down. That's what made me look down there. There's a
maybe the Bigfoot will come
to
where you are
and
say hello on the camera.
on the camera.
He's watching this fog.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know what he's doing. He's protecting. He's like a football. You know the footballs before they get ready to tackle. That's the way he's standing right now. Like he's watching this thing.
Yeah, that fog is weird.
This stuff is.
Yeah, that fog is weird.
Isn't that weird? Look how it's like in a weird straight line. It's a warm summer's night. This shouldn't be out here. It's not moist. It's not. There's no, and it's only look at there. Why?
Yeah.
It's
only one
sense.
spot.
Yeah, it's only one spot.
I don't know. I have no words for it. And like the fairies are not active tonight, not like they normally are. Mm-hmm. Well, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Usually there's a couple of them against this wall right here. Hang on. No, they just aren't out here tonight. They're not like they normally are. They're usually running around playing, doing the most, but they're like the ones that are out here. I feel like they're pushing me back inside. I feel like they need me to be inside for some weird reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you know what? It is like 2:11 a.m. in the morning.
It is like 2:11 a.m. in the morning.
So I'm going to message you the phone number for
the station.
And when I get on at
11:30 in the morning,
we'll have you on at about
11:45 a.m.
Okay. I'm going to do some snapshots of this. I'm going to do some snapshots of this being, and I will post it.
All right, everybody.
I
want to I want to thank all of you for watching our show. It's been another great show. Like I said, April had gone off planet earlier when I was watching her. I mean, she wasn't off planet yet, but she's back, and we hopefully have answered a lot of your questions. There's going to be a lot more information on this program coming to you on our Ashtar Command nights on Saturday. And if anything happens before Saturday that April needs to share on the regular Encounters UFO Spiritual Talk Show, I'll bring up live whenever we need to share some really important news regarding the Ashtar Command. We'll let you know about it. So I want to thank everybody for the gifts. You've been incredible. I want to thank April for coming on here after being on the spaceship again. And if you don't see April on here live, realize that either she's working or she's on the ship assisting with helping what's been devastating in our oceans and our seas with our space family. I'll turn it over to April for a final comment for tonight's show on Ashtar Command Q&A. And tomorrow night is a regular Commander, a regular show here for Encounters, the Spiritual UFO Talk Show. I'll turn it over to April, and I want to thank everybody for joining us.
You guys are so welcome. I love all of you. Guys, work really hard on keeping your vibrations high. Work on loving your families, and most of all, work on loving yourselves. I know it's easier said than done, but right now it's so important that we are taking care of ourselves and keeping our vibrations high. The command is really like counting on everybody, each and every one of us, to keep our vibrations up and high and keep our hearts light. We've got a lot of negative things happening right now, but hopefully before contact happens, we'll get everything straightened out, and we'll make sure that contact happens smoothly, and hopefully we'll have the commander and you guys will see him broadcasted across the planet with his smiling face, and Ashtar Command people behind him standing up, and a couple of Bigfoots as well, and he will be doing this live broadcast. And you know, guys, when contact happens, this is all going to be worth it. It really is. I promise it will be worth it. I've seen a glimpse of our future, and it is beautiful. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And I believe what April's saying
saying
is very true. It's you know, that's why I've been really amped up, and on all my live shows, my radio show, I've been really very diligent about telling people the truth and breaking all the lies up that have been done on TV programs, on cable channels, on all that garbage. You know, people, it's funny. I was mentioning before I go, David Wilcox was alluding to contact on one of his video recordings. And if anyone's ever heard of David Wilcox, he's been involved with a lot of stuff for a lot of years. And I said, only if he knew, only if David Wilcox knew and knew of us, you know, what he'd be able to learn regarding a contact. And but tomorrow morning, April will be on the show. 11:30 a.m. We're going to be live on WESU FM, which is an NPR Pacifica radio station, and we'll have her on, and we'll be talking about all this stuff with our radio audience. Because not everybody has TikTok, but I have a lot of radio listeners too, so we'll be simulcasting. I want to thank April for being here. All of you all out there for joining us on Ashtar Command Q&A, and all I can say is may the force be with all of you.
Good night, everybody.
Everybody take care. Let me just do this. All right.